Hello and welcome back to A History of the Forgotten Realms. Is my mic on this time? Yes, my mic is on this time. Oh my god, and I'm recording? This never happens. Holy crap, you guys. Hi! Good to see everyone. Do I have any weekly updates? Oh, July Patreon exclusives are coming up, including a new series called Portraits from the Realms. I'm not settled on that. I liked Moments from the Realms, but I think Portraits from the Realms is probably going to be the way that I go with it. We're tying a bunch of stuff into the story, and I'm very excited. And I think honestly, probably in the next couple of months, I'm gonna have to get a Squarespace so that we can make you guys a proper website that doesn't glitch out and look like it's having massive problems every time you try to use it. That being said, things are working, so that's good. And the podcast will be back this weekend, which is also excellent. Update for this week though is depending on how I'm feeling, we may or may not have a library stream on Friday. I don't do great with fireworks, and because Southern California loves to go off with the fireworks, I might just have to hole up in like an insular room in my house. But I will let you guys know if we are gonna do a library stream, so that we can all come hang out together and you guys can keep me company in the soundproofed office. But yeah. Oh, hi, Stream Cat, so early. Such an early Stream Cat. Yes. Let's see. Let's get everyone else in here. AV Sync problems working. Yay!
3% off 5 or more gift subs.
Oh yeah, let me go activate that. Say hello, adventurers.
Hello, adventurers!
Hey!
Bye, adventurers!
Jazz hands all around.
Alright, I have that working.
I think these are spirit fingers. These are jazz hands.
Jazz hands, spirit fingers, jazz hands.
Spirit
Hi,
fingers,
Crit
jazz
Crafters,
hands.
welcome!
Spirit hands. Mage hands.
Hey!
Hello,
Good to see
Crit
you, friend.
Crafters!
What are you?
Just
Don't chew on
Just
my
crafting
notebook,
critters over there.
you weirdo.
Aww.
First she was chewing on it, then she was just like nuzzling it. Okay, let's see. Viewer rewards.
That's better than my cat. He has a camera on our Google device. I got a motion activation sensor on while I was at work. It was only ties. Little
Let's
booty.
keep it beneath 18
Right in front of
plus.
his rebuttal.
What?
What?
What did I do? What have I done?
I don't know. You taking your shirt off over there, or what's going on there, buddy?
I have no clue.
Subscription discount promo. Let's put it live for the next, 5 hours? 7 to 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. Next 5 hours. So, for the entire stream today, for the first Wednesday of the month, we're doing 35% off 5 or more gift subs, starting now. It's live. It's done.
Yay.
But please go into details of how one crafts critters, with science.
Science. The fusionate.
Guys, I'm so excited.
done.
You made such excellent choices last week, and I can't wait to see where they go. And by I can't wait to see where they go, I mean, I huddled up in my bathtub for like an hour crying over my cell phone, making sure that I could compensate for the choices that you made. But we're good now.
Oh. Great. Cool.
So, why don't you give our audience a recap of where we last left off?
Who wants to do the recap?
I feel like you
I'll
should.
start
It was a lot
We'll
of
jump-
It was
Oh.
a lot of Doc.
I'll start it, but
It
we'll.
was a lot of dogs.
Yeah, actually,
so...
no, Stu, you do it. You do it.
Well, after hearing the voice of Gaz in his brain pan the prior night, Doc got a wild hair up him and started going through all of his books and writings of him and his dad, of the various dimensional and planar, types of communication and travel, and it just was kind of going in this realm of how am I gonna start pulling all this together and try and find him. And we just started going through, and we went into this room, and from there we found some more books and writings within the tome of Mordenkainen's tome, Book of
The
Mordenkainen.
Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces.
Yes, and the Spelljammer book.
Yes.
Yes, the Spelljammer Academy handbook.
Yes, all sorts of things that I'm not sure that I am ready for, but boy, are we gonna do things.
Awesome.
Does anyone
Then
else
what
have
else?
anything to add? We have a recap of Doc's time.
Well, throughout the day, while Doc was going through all of his various libraries in his home, I decided to take a trip with Roosevelt to the Devil's Fee, run by Helsik, the Diabolist. And while not infernal of nature, she is quite learned in a number of ways to help fell more powerful beings, as well as give us some good information on the Black Ice and the Krishinabon that it is truly, as well as give us a little more information on how to kill a god.
Very sad that I could not use the Black Ice to make ammunition to go out of my pew-pews.
It
Why
will
does
end up
that
bad for
sound
you.
inappropriate?
Do not do it.
Because it has pee in it, and we're 12.
We're adults, I
There's
swear.
no.
Literal children.
You will never see a
It's
bigger
alright.
group
We
of
have
12-year-olds
mental
than
mentality of 12-year-olds sometimes.
you will never see a
Sometimes.
bigger group of 12-year-olds than teaching someone how to make a nut for guitars.
You said nut.
It's nut day.
Channel is now rated M for mature.
Rated for hump day.
I'm an adult. I can say the word erect without laughing once.
It's a
Oh,
word.
I think, other than that, the biggest thing that happened last week is that Alara now has a bevy of questions to answer at your guys' behest.
Mhm.
Boy, does she.
Someone named Matrius?
Matrius, yes.
Yes.
Matrius popped up in their room that was just untouched for who knows how long.
And also
Quite the
her
show.
adoptive daughter, whom she hasn't named, but likes to call her flower or Zabrija.
Oh, I spelled that wrong.
I'm
I
pretty
just-
sure most of what's in my notebook is
Hands.
spelled wrong.
I was saying, wait, not flower. I can spell flower.
You can spell flower.
I can spell flower. I passed the 3rd grade. I promise.
Flour, right?
Yes.
Spell flower.
That is correct.
Two.
Ladies
I'm-
and gentlemen, welcome to English. Why is
It's
it
an
like
amazing
this? We
language.
don't know.
We did it.
You
We
mean the
just do
language
it.
that is
Things
3
happen.
raccoons in a trench coat?
Yes.
Bugs in a trench coat.
It's because it's all the languages. But
Yeah,
worse.
we held up every other language and robbed them of their loaner words. And then just said, this is ours
Ran them
now,
for
and
their
smashed
phones.
them all together.
We
This is the way.
fusionated.
I
Hydrated.
believe when I left you guys, you were downstairs at the keep, and Doc was having an existential crisis over the books and the room.
Yes.
Yes, that I had grabbed many a drink.
That's right. You grabbed several drinks and sat down, didn't you?
Yes. And I'm just still going through these books, like, parsing between book 1, 2, 3, and 6, and just kind of crafting notes and like trying to make the math.
As you've
You can't drink and drive, man. You can't.
Flipping through the books and everything, Elara's following you down the stairs every step of the way. Just a singular, like, not even, like a half step behind you. Just, I don't understand what the big deal is. I don't have to tell you everything. Some people have secrets, and some of those secrets are a little bit emotional, and I didn't think that I needed to open every dusty door in my house to you. What do you want me to tell you? That your father's out there, and that I don't know how to find him, and that it haunts me every fucking day?
What?
Whoa!
Wait, what? Excuse me?
That was a
Run that back.
Yeah. Can you?
We don't have a body because there's no body to have. Aurora can't reach him because there's no soul to be reached. So the
Doc is
best
just
thing we
completely
could
just
do
like-
is have a funeral so that at least you could have some closure. At least we could have some sense of something to move forward from. So that it doesn't eat all of us alive.
Real quick. DM,
Yeah.
how much do I know about what happens to you after you die and your soul and everything in character? Because I know.
You've spent quite a
But-
bit of time in the keep and among its inhabitants. So I will say that in your nightly knockings around the building, you've likely captured the attention of Aurora once or twice, wherein she has, at great length, talked your ear off, knowing that you weren't listening anyway, and she just kind of needed somebody to ramble to. But that you actually work kind of better when somebody's just speaking out into the ether. So I will say you have a fair idea of all of the many possibilities of what can happen to a soul or a body once it has passed on in this universe, and what kinds of people are capable of reaching out to them, as well as the various circumstances of death, undeath, return from death, rebirth, and the whole kind of gamut. You have a vague awareness of many of the things that can happen.
Okay. Before I go into what I was going to say, though, do you look like you're going to say something?
Yeah, Doc being thoroughly confused. So you're telling me that Pops is out there. You don't know if he's dead or not dead or what time or place he's in, but he's out there. And Gaz, he's out there talking to my brain pan, and he's out there, and we don't know if he's alive or something or somewhere in between.
Aurora chimes in from behind the group. Oh no, Gaz is very much alive. Your father is unclear if we're just talking about this now. Gaz is very, very much alive. There is no plane of death on which I can reach him.
Well, that's comforting. And
Alara's
Doc is just like, he's just tapping his finger on his books, like.
You said that you couldn't even reach his soul. You should. What? I'm confused. You given me so many more questions. To my knowledge, there's not much that can really wipe away someone's soul from existence.
No, but there are many. The way the weave exists within our realm and beyond it got pretty mucked up during the spell plague. And when Mistra switched the magic back on, a lot of the things we knew or thought we knew were no longer valid. I'm still learning how to use this. I had just learned how to channel new magic from the earth, and I am having to relearn everything I once knew under wholly new circumstances that I don't have the capabilities to explain. The way Aurora's described it is that there are magics that can help you reach out to someone or to someone's soul. The problem is we only know how those magics function here on the material plane of Toril. Beyond that, it used to be so clear. It was either people magic or god magic or dragon magic, and it fell into very few categories. Now everything is just, this web is so entangled. And I wish I could tell you more, but I don't really wholly understand it either. All I know is that I can't reach him, and I haven't found a way to. So it was better that we all just moved on. Taking care of you was always
there's
our
a chance.
priority. As Faerun, there's always a chance.
Bet my life on less.
Many have,
I
and many will.
turn. Doc turns to Driss. How'd your venturing go? Did you find anything that we could use for this black ice situation?
I know who we can take it to. And I know that now, if you use this as a weapon, you are going to end up very corrupted. Do not do it. For the love of God, I liked your idea. It's a bad idea, as it turns out.
So is that a no on black ice arrows then? I'm assuming.
That is a no. We can see Ishra if you need something.
No.
But
I
that
don't want to
is
say
a
I
no.
told you guys, so.
Oh, I was just going to say that he owes you an apology.
No apology needed. Sometimes people are just ignorant.
Subtext.
But I'm glad we're all on
This
the
is
same page now.
satisfying enough.
Doc gets up, goes upstairs to his room for a second, and I grab my my portashed toolbox.
You big red toolbox.
You
And,
gotta stop saying portashed, because I think you keep saying. Hang on, wait.
Oh, we've been
Give me a
past
second.
it. I dropped the first fuck of the stream at 16
Cool.
minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Cool, good. I keep thinking you're gonna say portashed, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's
Porta
carrying around a
John.
big blue box all the time.
Ew.
I conjure a
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of monster.
No, because I just thought of fucking. What was that? Sorry, I thought one of the police academies. They pick up someone who's in. They pick up a porta john with someone in it.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen that, but no thank you.
Like
I've
a
only seen the
hazing
scene and it's
ritual?
awful. No. It's awful.
Oh,
It's
I
bad.
go
It's all bad.
back to I bring up images of Jackass with Steve-O in the Porta John.
Jackass is definitely an era.
Oh
We
my
don't need to go
god.
back to it.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Doc brings down, his equipment again and gets it all packed in his satchel backpack and just starts packing things up again because he knows we're gonna have to go back to Bryn Shander and go to toe to toe with the Frost Maiden. So he's just his mind is in like two directions at this point. He is trying to like solve two math problems that are like not anywhere close to being solved at the moment.
This is why I'm glad my parents are dead and they died due to angry mob, because like I don't have to deal with that. I know what happened.
I just
You
look
good
over
over
to him. Just,
Everybody's just like,
I
what?
forgot. I forgot. I forgot. That's my bad. That your parents were killed by an angry mob.
Like,
Just don't know how
Right.
like the phrasing is of "I'm glad my parents are dead." It's a little harsh.
Well, I
Depends
mean,
on your
just,
parents.
like more so like I'm glad I know what happened.
Okay.
Like I don't have to do what he's doing and be like, I don't know, I gotta find out now and somehow go through the hells. I'm just like, nope, I know what happened, and that chapter is closed now. We can move on.
no need to address more baggage. We're keeping that thoroughly
Baggages.
locked up and thrown under the floorboards.
Yeah, the baggage is stowed. It is tucked away and not a problem.
both
Oh,
my parents are alive. And that's all she says.
That's
Story.
When she was quiet.
That's like a Disney princess with living parents. I'm sorry, what?
Speechless.
What now?
She's absolutely does not understand the concept of dead parents.
I mean,
So-
you
so,
kind
wait,
of do.
They die?
You have a dead Balthazar.
Listen.
That's
Don't bring
different.
that up. That's different, okay? Don't bring that up.
We just ruined her innocence. I fear.
We ruined it a long time ago. Okay.
Oh, that ship has sailed.
That ship sailed.
A couple episodes ago.
I think like
That's a couple.
3 episodes in. Well, Doc looks over to Drizzt and well, what's the next move? Where are we going? I feel like we can't waste any more time with Icing Death and a Frost Maiden, as if the town is already starting to have people turn into black ice zombies, then
Well,
That's one way of putting that.
for sure. Fortunately, one, icing death's no longer a problem. That was a very, very temporary thing. But the usurper that we ganked back in episode 3,
Valish Gaunt.
I also was like, not remember.
His name is
Valish.
Valish.
Valish was trying to pull something, and the speaker has a speech tomorrow. So we should probably, we've been meaning to speak to her, and we just kind of keep getting
waylaid.
sent off in other directions. Waylaid, sure.
Well, since we have time, should we speak to her now?
Yeah, let her know of everything he was trying to do, his whole cock-a-mimi scheme with the were-rats and trying to turn everyone in the 10 towns into were-rats, which I mean, assuming that those are their 2 leaders, I think that's not going to be a problem now. But
Oh, and the
this-
pirates.
were rats.
We still have the pirates too. Why is everything piling up? Always the side quests. Always the side quests.
You have where, pirates?
we still don't know. We still don't know anything
No.
about it. We still don't know where the Blackstaff is or who has it. Other than if I had to put money somewhere, it's probably a Carkessel.
Do I sense tasty math rocks being rolled? What's up, Dice Eating Frog?
Nice name.
Oh, what up, Dice Eating Frog?
Dice
Tasty
Eating
math rocks
Frog is
are
a killer
being
name.
rolled. That is great. But
They're
also,
about to.
I just need to
Be
make an
clicky clack.
offering to the Dice Eating Frog. How are twin snakes? Is that fine?
Well, yeah,
Not
let's
exactly worms,
let's head
but-
on. I bless thee all
Oh,
with critical
Thank
20s.
you.
Yes.
You are
DM
generous.
appreciates that because I've been rolling like
Oh, kill a
crap.
prospect.
You are a
Is
generous
someone gonna
patron.
Ask me to roll a dice.
I want to roll all the dice today.
Oh, the dice today. Oh, you guys
So?
better get a move on.
Well, let's get
Back to
meandering back over to Bryn Shander then.
If you don't
Yeah,
roll a critical
Bryn Shander.
20, contact my lawyer. Thank you.
Our legal team will talk to your legal team. Briefs
our
will be
legal team
filed.
is-
Just looking at the pain
I will
on
have
Kelly's
to save
face.
a joke for. I was gonna save it for later. All right,
Our legal team is Kelly.
so back to Bryn Shander.
Yes, back to
Yes.
Bryn Shander. It'll
I
help take
swear
my
to
mind off
God.
of all
My
these
legal
new
team is just a chihuahua. I can't say no to her. Ours is a cat.
legal stream cat.
Okay,
Oh,
back to the
Thank you for the
scary
follow,
ice
Dice
tundra.
Eating Frog.
Hey,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
We're about to get into some wacky shenanigans, so thanks for following.
Back
Alright.
on the frozen tundra. Bryn Shander's kind of exactly how you left it. Like, it's big and not so big all at the same time, and the weather has made no improvement. Most notably, with the exception of Baldur's Gate, none of you have seen the sun in the last week since you've been here. It's almost as if there's a permanent haze. This overcast of just dark clouds. Almost. Persistent
I like that.
as the wind. Oh yeah, you're having a great time because you're not snowblind. You don't have to worry about the daylight
I don't
up
have
here.
to wear my
Goggles.
daylight
Got
goggles.
nothing planned while
That
doing
sounds like a
graveyard shift
delightful
tonight?
situation.
Hell yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right.
People don't necessarily bustle about the town as much as they scamper from place to place, seeming to travel as quickly as humanly possible, always looking over their shoulder. Welcome back to Icewind Dale.
My least favorite place. Okay. She like pulls her fur cloak closer. I hate it here.
Hate the cold, hate the snow.
Not great.
Oh, let's go find the what was her name again? The
The speaker,
town
Duvessa
town
Shane.
speaker. Duvessa.
I was just gonna call her. Use the hell out of me. I was just gonna call her Madam Speaker for the next, 3.5 hours.
Madam Speaker.
You said that in such a way that it made me think of Gravity Falls, the 8.5 president.
Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, distinguished members of the House, Baby Num Num, stop fighting the Director of the Treasury.
You guys watch some weird stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, I have no
Gravity
idea
Falls
what's
is
happening.
bizarre. Gravity
what
Falls
keeps
is
us sane.
unhinged.
As unhinged as I get as Rick and Morty. That's good enough for me.
It's
It's
similar.
on par.
Watch that one either. Sorry.
We don't watch it anymore, but yeah, it's a similar vein. So what would you like to do?
Well, let's go. What's it? The town.
I'm gonna pull out my blade and I'm gonna close my eyes and start dousing for the speaker's house.
The old dowsing
My
rod.
players just call Strong
Yeah, they
Daddy. He
do.
does his best to avoid
Yeah, they
conversation,
do.
but they still got through with his plan. God damn it!
I approve this. I approve this message. Strahd is daddy.
Does that mean we can't be friends anymore? Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Laws. My name is Strahd von Zarvovich. I'll be your vampire for the evening.
Let me put you through table. It'll be good
AKA
time.
I am daddy.
So as you're dowsing for the speaker's house,
I did not have my hand up. Yep. I did not have my hand up.
Imre just kind of leans over and taps you and goes, "They told us it was that one."
I was literally about
just
to
gonna
like,
point
wait,
to
we
it.
already know where that is.
I'm just gonna point to it and be
Perfect
like,
timing, DM.
I found it.
I lean over to Emra and was like, I was gonna say something, but this was much funnier.
Oh, I'm just playing into the bit too. Like,
It's like a divining rod. Bro, which way do I go?
half-ass.
We're like, it's that.
And the sword's like, there's a bar over there. That looks real tempting. We could go do that. Ooh, we could fight that frost lady. Right, house. Oh, the lady says it's over there.
I'm gonna sheath it and go, we just walked out of bar, fuckface.
As you sheath it, it's like.
Police girl!
Can't hear you, Pete. The Aqua Scum 5000! As you approach the manor, you realize it actually seems to just be the town hall. Her home and her office seem to be one big building with a plaque that reads Speaker's Palace. Now, having seen the Sesker Gates mansion, this may be a palace for Icewind Dale, but it is hardly the size of any palace that y'all are familiar with.
This is what passes for a holdout these days, Nerevar. Fuck.
I'm just looking at the.
Come,
Describe the.
Nerevar, we must try Kane's chicken fingers.
Raising of the cane.
How do you popcorn a chicken?
For Daddy
Easy,
Straw
you just
and Lucky
pick it
through
up
this
and
journey.
put it on the fire, and it'll pop up.
500 bits. What? Thank you.
Hey!
Daddy Straw.
Thank you.
Yay,
God,
we did it!
yay! Daddy Strahd for the win.
Thank you for the bits. We did it.
Man, I can't wait to one day play Curse of Strahd. I've never played it, so.
Oh,
Maybe
we'll
we
get
should
It's in
do
the
there.
rotation.
Because
It's in-
I
it's
am
in the official
willing
playlist.
to bet that I'm gonna be walking you guys through the Forgotten Realms and be like, the mists of these forests are dense. Blah 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 blah. Seems mysterious. Has an eerie air about it. And you guys are gonna be like, I'm gonna go in the forest. And just end up in
Amaranth,
Barovia.
instant hard ice.
I will be stealing calling Strahd daddy, just
Yes.
as a
He
heads
is.
up.
Oh,
I've
careful
watched
with
other people
that.
play. He is
Listen, I've already accepted that I am going to have to play at least one character that either the audience or you guys are like, at least once through the duration of this.
I can name
All
3 right now.
Haltian.
I can name so many right now.
Actually, knowing
You better
people, I can
touch
name
up on your
4.
Tim Downey then.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I kind of want to reach out to Tim Downey and be like, hey, can I have a chat with you about some things? I need to know more about Gale. Yeah, as you stand in front of the very large doors that are not at all associated to the general horniness level of the group and or the chat, you see, ironically, that there are 2 large knockers on the doors.
Phrasing.
And your minds are
Are we-
just like, I can make the joke,
We
or
are.
I could just stare at them. Why are they shaped like that? You know,
We are.
I'm knocking on the door. Um,
I'm not gonna unsheath the blade, but I'm gonna pull the scabbard with blade in it still and just knock on the door with it.
Who makes strudels and his name is Jaundice. He has foreboding lore. I plan on adding some homebrew stuff to it. Much of what we're doing right now, while it is the D&D Next Legacy of the Crystal Shard, I'm gonna be so real with you. This module, you cannot even call it that. Most of this has had to be my writing. So, little used to it. Also, we're getting to some things. Give it a couple episodes. Go back and watch Campaign 1. You won't be disappointed, I promise.
That was.
It's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, wherever podcasts are found, except for Stitcher, because they shut down that service because they're assholes. Okay, moving on.
Boo.
What was the Google one that's in the Google graveyard?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it's Google Pods or something like that.
Chilling with a Zune.
Yeah,
Oh. Not
Wow.
the Zune.
oh, I had a Zune. It sucked.
I had
You're
a
getting
Hello
so off
Kitty
track.
Walkman. And a book of
I had a
CDs.
Windows phone.
That fucks.
I still have a book of CDs in my car.
Oh yeah, I still.
Best homebrew for COS is She is the Ancient. I will look at Mommy instead.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Stream Doggy.
Anybody
He's looking at me like, why aren't you
knock on them doors?
Yeah, I scabbard, pulled the blade by the scabbard, and knocked.
He
on the door
knocked
with
the
it.
knockers.
And as you knock on the door, you just hear ow, ow, ow. I don't know why I'm saying ow. I can't feel pain. Ow! It's fairly quiet from within for a couple of moments until you hear the various unlockings of all of the many locks on the inside of the doors.
I thought the door was beatboxing there for a second.
Listen, my mic is really far away now.
Yo,
My nuance.
yo, this beat's pretty fucking fire.
Drop them beats, yo.
Sick beats.
Listen, I did name the stream after K-pop Demon Hunters today, so.
Ooh.
Mm,
Yeah, it'll come full circle. It'll come full circle. I promise.
good movie.
We're all just like, what?
As a woman opens the door, rapier in hand, and just goes, "If you've any intention of coming after me, I have a speech to get to in the morning. So unless this is important, if you're here on behalf of Valish, I want none of whatever you're selling. Get the fuck off my property."
Well,
I have
he's-
news. Valish.
Yeah, he's dead. So there's that.
She pauses
I was gonna
for
get
a
there.
moment, considering
I was
the
gonna get there.
information. By what means?
The death kind.
I'm just gonna. No, I'm just gonna point to my blade.
The permanent
Since I've got it
kind?
in hand, so I'm just gonna just.
What kind of death? Instant. That's scary. I know, right?
So I'm just
Complete?
pointing at the blade. Just
Like
this means.
of that kind?
Just-
I mean, they didn't have a good time, and I'm pretty sure body's burnt to a crisp.
That's
No,
pretty
no.
dead.
He's just stuffed in a. He's just stuffed in a hole. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I totally forgot. We folded him up like a pretzel. A pretzel,
With the utmost respect, of course.
respectfully, into a pretzel.
I care not for the respect of
With
God.
respect to the pretzels, I mean.
Oh, well, yes, certainly. Pretzels are off topic. Pretzels are off topic. But I'm pleased to hear that Valish Gaunt is
We
in a
tend to do
hole.
that.
Yes, but we do have some other
Now
issues.
may we come in?
What did you say your names were? And who do you work for?
I mean, if you had to give me a boss, it's probably Alara, but don't tell her I said that.
Of the keep?
Yeah.
Oh! You should have said so. I am so. Let me put this. And she sheaths her rapier and opens the door a bit wider and goes, "Come. Quickly. I know not how many could be out there."
I'm just gonna look around like.
Okay, well.
All right.
Sure, checks out.
Who
Where
you
we're going.
see out the door right now? Are there also voices in your head?
No, that's uniquely for you guys.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're the only crazy ones.
So far.
Only half of us. Only half of us. So far.
That's still half more
Well,
than should.
More
Actually,
than half.
technically
'Cause we don't
three.
know about Roosevelt.
Hey now.
Roosevelt is that one dude in the friend group who like has a stable home, loving parents, just well-adjusted, high-paying job, no cares, just chilling, is fit, just
Doing everything right by the book.
everyone else is unhinged and just fucked up.
Man, I'm not good at
Feral.
spelling tonight. It's okay. You don't have to be great at spelling over here. We'll figure it out. We're either going to say what you spelled wrong and say it at least 3 times because it's funny, like we're trying to summon Beetlejuice, or we'll ignore it completely because we probably don't know how to spell it either.
Yeah, math and
Oh,
words
that
not
one.
exactly any of our strong points.
As you enter the
That's
door,
why we're playing the math and numbers game.
Duvessa is an older woman, well-built, shorter in stature, still taller than Imre. Sorry about that.
Damn it.
Everyone's taller than Emre. Except for dwarves.
Who
true.
is
A gnome.
shockingly
need a tall
good-looking
dwarf
for
next.
her age. She wears across her hips not 1 but 2 rapier, and a myriad of fine jewels, though when you look upon them you suspect they are not without purpose.
Do any of them look like black ice?
Roll perception!
Hey!
Goddamn right I'm going to. Woo!
I
Nat
could
20.
hear that through my door and then through my headphone.
I'm sorry.
Don't
I
be
got
sorry,
excited
it's
because we
great.
got blessed with that. We got blessed with
All
that
the
20s,
rolls.
and then the first roll, I got one. It's awesome.
Thank you, Dice Eating
I
Frog.
gotta-
I
Nice eating
thank
frog.
you
Thank you,
entirely
thank you.
for the nat 20. No, they
19.
don't appear any of them to be made of black ice. You see a
Oh, thank God.
stunning sapphire circlet around her head, much in the form of a starburst, a detailed necklace with a heart-shaped gem, and several rings of different varieties.
Are any of the jewelry black ice?
No! That's what he just rolled
No,
for!
that was my question.
That's what we just rolled.
No,
Look,
for
you can never. He asked for weapons, not any other accessories. He was very specific.
And you did tell us that black ice could also be jewelry.
It can be jewelry. No. The sapphire in her circlet seems to be of a deep bluish purple. Around her neck, closer to garnet. Her rings, only 2 of which are encrusted with gems. One of them is ruby, and the other has a crystal clear gem that sparkles with brilliant rainbows. Immediately giving it away as magical.
Oh yeah, me the player. Me knows who.
Misa who?
Every one of those things, and having to fight like the fact of like I the character don't is so hard because I'm like ooh.
Stuff.
That was a terrible monkey sound. That's my other expertise. It's primates.
I was gonna eat a twin snake. I can't. I'm gonna choke on it.
You're just gonna inhale a snake.
I just imagine Kelly's persona as
Apparently,
an ape
though, I thought we were
with
returning
a
to
tie.
the ice-eating frog.
with a tie.
I'm
practicing law.
a professor. I'm the professor from Futurama. What's his name?
Farnsworth.
The orangutan.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
denies the existence of
Oh, his
evolution.
colleague. Yeah. Oh my God.
Monkey.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, back at the
I'm gonna have to
plot.
look it up though.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Banjo.
There you go.
What was the last thing she said? Okay, I got.
Yeah, we got sidetracked.
I just
Yeah, I got-
described her.
My brain got reset.
All I did
Okay,
was describe her, and she invited you in.
I'm gonna look at the
Well-
rest of the party and see if anyone wants to speak up
Well,
first.
Thank you for inviting us in. We've had a very confusing and adventurous couple days here, and understand that you're supposed to be giving a speech tomorrow. That's correct. Yes.
Yes, I've been holed up in here for some number of days, though thankfully I've everything that I need, and, well, anytime I don't, your boss has been ever so kind as to send over the small mushroom creature with it.
Oh, Miko.
Yes, Miko. He has a key to my cellar. Kind boy.
Well, so I imagine then you missed
Well,
out
rapscallion,
on
that
the were-rats.
Oh no, I am very aware of the were-rats. Who do you think sent word to the Harpers for a shipment of silver weapons in order to try to combat them? What do you know of my efforts?
Well, I believe they're dead.
Considers this
Fortunately.
for a moment. So am I to assume you have taken out the were-rat captain, Slim?
We didn't, but a friend of ours did. Kind of just.
Yes. By way
Put 'em
of
to paste.
right.
Impressive.
Well,
Well,
but as far as the man who would be speaker is concerned, as soon as he let slip that he had Harper Arn killed, I kind of lost my cool a little bit and maybe turned his neck into a Pez dispenser because
I didn't know the human body can do that, but it was quite a sight. Yes.
oh, I am pleased to be in the company of those who would share my proclivity towards giving others their due justice.
well,
It's a nice euphemism for violence.
he flat out
Violence
admitted that he
with
had Harper
cause.
assassinated.
See? Violence with cause. If violence is not senseless, there's no reason not to take joy in it. However, tell me, what do you know of Easthaven? How much of Shipwreathnor's operation have you managed to bring to a halt?
Whose?
The were rats are pirates. Did you not know this?
Yeah, he did, and he did mention that, but everyone keeps mentioning how the lakes here and how they're pirates of the lakes, and I am really confused because I'm picturing just 5 guys in a dinghy.
To
Or
attempt
frozen
to
lake?
cross Lac-Denashire by dinghy would be ill-advised. Lac-Denashire is
A lake.
miles and miles and miles across. While Cair Donegal may only be 3 miles from Easthaven, it is 3 miles clear across the water. To traverse the loch with anything less than a full-bore ship would be a death sentence. Have you not seen our Great Lakes before now?
It's a lake.
Yes, but a very
No.
large lake.
It's a lake.
But there's no tides. There's no real danger. It's just the lake. Your danger is falling overboard, correct?
Incorrect.
And apparently pirates.
Incorrect. Our lakes have an atmosphere and an ecosystem and a weather system
No.
all their own. When they freeze for the winter and the tides come rolling in and storms roil their shores, it is not uncommon to see a boat utterly destroyed by giant shards of ice jutting free of the lake itself. The bed of the lake remains so far down that it is yet untraversed by all but the genasi.
But it's a lake.
I don't like this.
I know not what to tell
Is there something that what gives it its own unique weather pattern? Because that is certainly unusual for a lake.
The lake's really fucking big, y'all!
The lake's like an
What is
ocean.
the lake?
It's
It's
like an
like
ocean.
the Great Lakes!
It's a Great Lake, y'all.
It is literally,
I-
I dropped
I-
it in the
I-
bag.
I-
It's a great lake.
knows.
It is Lake Michigan.
Yeah, I was
It
like
is so
picturing.
large, you ought to be using a cargo ship, whatever those are in this universe.
See the wreck
And I
of the
bet there's
Edmund
a bunch of
Fitzgerald
shipwrecks.
down there.
I guess I've never been to the Great Lakes either. I just
They're massive. They're micro oceans. They have their own
Okay.
smells
They
and
are
their own.
larger than some small oceans.
There
For
are
reference.
genuine shipwrecks, like cargo ships that have wrecked in the Great Lakes that are gone. There's no
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
them back. The Great Lakes are massive. I know this in character. I'm just like, it's a lake. Because I misunderstood. At the beginning of this, I misunderstood. And I genuinely thought, and then I learned that these were like Great Lakes, so I'm just leaning into it.
I was thinking there was some kind of like magical spell over these lakes, giving it its own weather pattern or something.
Well,
it's just big lakes.
Okay.
I appreciate your reverence of our great oceans. However, Lac Denishir and Mer Dualden are larger than the smallest seas. Mer Dualden on its own rivals the size of the Sea of Fallen Stars. If that by name is a sea, then this by nature is certainly its own, regardless of its inland stature.
That's quite large.
Its weather, I assure you, while intimidating, is quite natural.
That's disappointing.
Okay. To be fair,
I'm sorry.
if there was someone
I
in
am but a
charge
mere
of the
cat. I
weather
don't
out
know
here.
much about the waters.
I had to think about what you said because I was like, no, you're not a meerkat. Because
No, that's my best friend.
dumb.
A Great Lake. Do you think there are mediocre lakes? Did you just arrive and it's an inflatable pool with toy boats in it? Thank you, Dice Eating Frog. Thank you.
I love that.
It's Lake Meh.
I like that.
It's like mid.
You almost made me spit Dr. Pepper onto my fucking everything.
Okay, so to be fair, Dice Eating Frog, when we were talking with the pirate, the head of this, I was like, oh, okay, so you got your pirate ship, oh, you got a little boat, you got a little rowboat with your friends. Because I did not realize that these are fucking lakes. So, yeah, close.
Come for the
But you
show.
didn't expect a 10-minute geography lesson.
For the program and stay for the show.
You might learn something relevant.
Oh,
Oh, pain.
oh God.
Oh.
Okay, before I'm still confused by the whole lake thing. I'm just gonna set that aside. I'm gonna set that aside and move on.
I think it's better if you do, yes.
You said ship who?
Ship Rethnor.
Who?
Captain Jack's boys.
Ah, the ones we were supposed to go find, yes.
The were-rats, they answer to Slim.
Yes, yes, those.
Oh,
yes, yes.
okay. So he
This
Coming
kind
back
of
to me
mentioned
now.
a little bit of
Shit.
that. He did mention some of that, and then he was squished. So I kind of couldn't get any more information out of him
Yeah.
because he was squished.
Quite violently.
You ever kind of like excitedly squeeze your toothpaste in the morning and just
No, I can't
Have you
say
ever been
that
eating
I
a
have.
tomato?
No,
and then
that's
it
not a thing that
like-
happens to anybody. Who excitedly squeezes toothpaste?
you've never had an intrusive thought as a child then?
Yeah, it's like, when you get a box of cereal and you pour the whole bag out to get to the toy and then try to put the cereal back in. Yeah, it's like that.
You guys are crazy children.
Put the toothpaste
If I
back
had
in.
done that,
Oh,
I would have
I
been
just,
dead by now. My mother would have made sure of it.
My mother tried.
Oh.
The pirates pose a significant threat to the town. So is my understanding, though it wasn't something I could act on. You see, I've been somewhat of a self-preserving move in the last 10 day when I was threatened over my speakership. Baelish decided that he wished to oppose me and that I must have been the reason for the Yeti attacks and that I must have called the barbarians of the tribe of the Elk to our town to stir up trouble, and he tried to blame that poor man. So pardon me if I have been prioritizing not dying this day. If it is safe for me to
Continue,
make my
I
speech,
heard a noise.
What?
What's
they
going
heard
on?
a noise. But because I also live in this house,
Like-
I'm like,
Well, you
Like
didn't
a-
have to stop. I was just worried that the cat was hopping onto shelves that she wasn't supposed to.
No, she's behind me.
I was gonna say like
I
firework noises.
found that
'Cause I
out.
hear those.
Do you have any delectable dice to snack upon, Morgrog?
Yeah. Big bag. Big bag.
Dude, the
Oh, as I look
implication
over, I
that
just
you
see
threw
toothpaste
Kool-Aid
slingers.
up on the ceiling all the time, to me does not say, huh? It says, blah!
Also, it's the like
projectile
That was how I
vomiting
read that too.
in an
exorcist
upward-
projectile.
No, it was the whole jug, and
Oh God!
it hit the ceiling fan.
Oh, I'd have been dead where I stood. I'd have been
Oh.
dead where I stood. Oh, Mama Stu, you're a saint.
I only ever just jumped on the bed and hit the ceiling fan.
I was 5, you know.
Exorcist style, yes!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, the only thing that ever
Y'all
hit
are
the ceiling fan was my
crazy.
skull.
If it is safe for me to make my speech tomorrow, then I suggest your next move would be heading to Easthaven to assess the threat of those were-rat pirates and their ship. Who knows what other trouble they may be attempting to sow in my towns. I would check in with the speaker while I was there if I were you.
Again,
Well-
how
Right.
far is Easthaven from here?
Sorry, I'm laughing.
I can beat that. I can beat that.
I mean,
My dad,
somebody got the scar.
my dad sat me on a stove.
Oh no!
Now, the stove was a gas stove, so and then there was a car battery. He sat me on a car battery once. That was
Shocking.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry. That's awful.
Look, I had a very adventurous childhood. Let me tell you.
Don't mean
Let me tell you about keys and electrical sockets.
Oh no.
You seem the type.
Easthaven
I
is
thought I
but
could
a few
start the
hours
car.
travel.
It's what plants crave. Baby craves electrolytes.
Oh man, this train is so off the trains. Okay.
We
Trying
didn't
so
have
hard to-
tracks.
trying-
Easthaven is but a few hours travel from our lovely town. You should have no issue getting there, provided you have a mount to take you. If you plan to walk, it could take you significantly longer. The better part of a day.
I'm just gonna turn to Doc. I am not going near that fucking horse.
They're so sweet.
You guys don't have to. You have the Elks.
We have the Elks, buddy.
Yeah, we do.
Don't
I'm not
disagree
going
with
in
me
there.
in front of him.
I'm not going in there. I'll take an elk. I'm not going in there. That fucking horse is in there. I'm not going in there.
Do you have a thing against horses, or
Did I
No,
miss something?
that horse.
you're not one of those horsists, are you?
Listen, Fritz, I'll talk to the horse. It'll be fine. I'll talk to the horse.
Wait, you can talk. Oh, yeah, you're one of those.
And I'm just gonna
We
put,
got
I'm gonna put a hand.
animals,
I'm gonna put a
Doc.
hand on her shoulder and just. I'm just gonna put a hand on her shoulder. You don't need to speak with animals to talk with that horse.
Oh, well, then I can just listen. I'm good with animals. I can help you out.
Are you
Why
good
do I
with
get the
gods?
feeling that you don't want that? Why am I getting a bad feeling about that? What are you not telling me?
Oh man, I gotta resync my camera real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm
Oh,
all
wow.
sorts of
Yeah.
blurred.
Would
I've been
put a
censored.
You
lenticular
look
lens
like
on
my
it?
vision after. You look
I was
like
gonna
my
say,
vision
you
after
look like
taking
I'm
glasses
drunk.
off.
You look like I'm drunk. I need dice to snack upon. I am rambling. We're gonna have to start making like chocolate dice. When we get to the point of having a shop, we should probably make chocolate dice.
Yes.
Because I think
Ooh.
we can make like candy and bread products under cottage food laws. So
Nice.
I think so.
I do want to
think
get
so.
that like gigantic like D20 ice ball.
oh yeah.
Put it in my drinks.
I have one. It came in a loot crate.
Ooh.
That was a D&D themed loot crate. As it so
Oh,
happened.
that's so cool.
It's a nice little whiskey cube. Although I don't drink whiskey. There's like ice. It's good.
All right, so we can go get our trusty steeds and travel across to where we need to go.
Is there anything that I can provide you with as my thanks? I was completely unaware of the good you had been doing for my city. And that is unacceptable with me.
Well, we're helping out the tribes as well, so that also got us sidetracked a little bit. So
You know what? I actually do have a favor I can call in. I don't usually take things in form of payment of the financial kind. I usually take favors.
And what favor?
And I have one I'll call in right now. Who put Hanger in the stockade to freeze to death?
That would be Valish Gaunt. Tried to convince me
Oh, that was Valish.
that the man was a threat, and when he couldn't get to me, he corrupted my sheriff, whom I unfortunately had to deal with myself. If you don't mind not telling the townspeople.
By deal with, do you mean had a conversation to the point of a rapier or two?
Yes, one could say that, though I think it more accurate to say that my words reduced him to a puddle.
Ugh.
A little power board kill.
As she taps on her circlet.
interesting.
Well, then consider that favor paid. Hanger's a good man.
For what he's
And
been
we're
through,
not for
I should
us.
hope so.
We're not for us. He would have froze to death died of exposure.
Thank you.
And his people suffered.
And know that I
We're
plan
not for
to
us.
dismantle the stockade altogether. I do believe that some
Good.
people need to
Good.
be contained, some things secured. I do not believe in torture. Unless it is necessary.
Unless it's a very hard to destroy reptile.
Is there anything else I can be doing for you? You seem not in need of winter clothing, or I suppose if you are working with Alara, you are well supplied.
You should be good.
Do we know what she's about to speak on tomorrow? Do we want to inquire about that?
I don't remember.
I don't think we knew.
It's been said, and I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Oh.
I think she was going to talk about the state of the.
Baelish.
Hmm.
It was basically supposed
he's
to be
dead.
a debate, but he's dead, so there is no one to
That's the best way to win a debate.
stop her when she presents all that she has found about him.
So her debate is turning into a press conference tomorrow against Baelish.
Correct.
Yeah, actually.
Which will now be probably her just saying, "Hey, so guess what? He's no longer here."
I'm
Shuffled
a
off
little
this
sus
mortal
of
coil.
her. I don't know what it is. This is something about her I just don't trust. She's implicated a number of times. That's all I care about. That she will resort to violence when necessary. Like, just doesn't seem like she's truly
And we
interested in
don't.
diplomacy in any way, shape, or form, and doesn't seem to be too upset by the fact that her opponent was done away with by nefarious means.
Roosevelt's sus about a lot of people.
She sees
Roosevelt is
Teresa
sus about
sees
everything.
Roosevelt giving her the look up and down.
The side eye.
And the side eye kind of perpetually.
A bombastic side eye.
I understand that you must think me a violent woman. Or think me unfit for office. I wish to assure you that anyone who has lived their life on the Dale will know that the means that I resort to are strictly necessary. This is not the Sword Coast, and we cannot treat it as such. When monsters come to our gates, or worse within them, the way of the Dale is to deal with them. Unflinchingly, uncompromisingly.
Can I do a deception check?
Sure.
The fact that you're so nonchalant at me, that just might be super sus of everybody.
Though it would be insight.
Oh God. Insight, sorry. In which case, where are we at? We're only at a 10. So I'm not gleaning anything.
10 is average of any given skill. You have been around enough to know that there's no reason that she should be deceiving you, and that she is not outwardly showing any signs of someone who would be deceptive. If she is a liar, then she is a very good one.
You passed this time.
I turn to Driss. Well, shall we go get our steeds and moose, elk, our travel, and make our way?
There is something I would like to do before we go. This was in an episode that I wasn't in. I was on vacation, but I was given a dark, rich wood bow that was like slightly shimmering. And I didn't ask about it last week. So I'd like to spend some time to figure out what that is.
Sure thing. I'm fine.
From Icing Death's Horde.
Don't mind me.
Yes, the
dropping
stuff,
my notes.
the loot.
Yes. Yes. I was given a nice fur coat and a bow.
Where the crap did I put that note?
Well, are you looking in the notebook? The book where notes go?
I must have typed this somewhere or wrote it somewhere. Wow. Oh, did we lose Kelly? We lost Kelly.
No, she went to go turn her AC on.
What,
Turn on.
what was the bow?
I don't remember, that's the problem.
Well,
I'll remember it when I see the name. Give me just a second.
okay.
I know it was a longbow.
I think it was a short bow. Hold on. Let me find the note that I wrote about it. Yeah, it says
It's a short bow.
short bow, dark rich wood, slightly shimmering.
Dark rich wood should tell me. Ah! This is the bow of the Banshee. It is a +1 short bow. Your damage is 1d6 +1. It does piercing like everything else. On a hit, there is a percentage chance that you will inflict frighten, which will give you a +1d4 bonus to attack and damage against frightened creatures.
Oh, sorry, you said that really fast.
Oh, I
What,
think
it's a
Discord
plus-
sped me up. It's a +1
Okay.
short bow.
Okay.
It does 1d6 +1 damage.
Okay.
On a hit, roll a d10. On a 3 or lower, your enemy becomes frightened. And you have a +1d4 bonus to your attack and damage against frightened creatures. The spooky bow, yes.
Cool. Cool.
It was either that or I
You
was
said it's
going to
called
give you least expected, which gives you blinding shot. This is the bow of the Banshee.
Ooh. Okay, I was about to be like, what was it called again? Bow of the Banshee. Okay.
I cannot even tell
Nice.
you
Okay,
how
cool.
much research goes into figuring out why this item would be there and what items would be in places that you find them. My brain is soup. Time is a weird soup, and my neurons are a hot mess, y'all.
But I got a spooky bow.
Spooky bow.
A bubo.
No.
That's not.
Or
Or
sounds
like
too close to like pustule, like
No, it sounds like in the same vein as booba.
I'll take that. That is way better than like a bubo. Yeah,
All right.
that's what I was thinking. It's like, ew. Ew.
Cool. Put that in my.
But yes, you got a warm winter
Oh,
coat. It magically protects you from ice,
Oh.
so you are now cold resistant.
I already was cold resistant, but that's cool.
Shit!
Well, you're now more cold
You're
resistant.
now extra cold resistant.
I'm Arctic adept. That's one of my knacks.
Oh, that's right.
As using the laser llama alternate ranger. So, me and 10 creatures that I'm traveling with have advantage on saving throws against hostile Arctic environments. But only I'm resistant to the cold. Everyone else just has saving throws.
Which may have had a little petty boss fight. This one's a little more in depth than that, but I can't get into it on stream with these three present. Vincent is the only one that knows just how much is going into this and how much this show is going to tie together over time.
There's a big stack of books.
We're gonna talk about it on the Thieves Guild this week, and that'll be up on Friday probably.
Keep in mind the initials RAS.
Alrighty. So you guys are off to get your noble steeds?
I'm going to be waiting outside the stables behind the keep. I am not going in there.
As you come around... As you come around, it's easy enough to find the door. You remember where they are, and you open them, and you start getting your elks all resaddled up. It would appear that Darkglass has restocked your saddlebags and whatnots, and that the horses the elk have had a nice little rest over the last day or so that you guys have been wandering through the gate. But Imre, in the corner of the stables, there is a large black and gray pebbled horse. Larger than any horse you have ever seen. At least 10 foot tall, at the top of his tippy-toppy little ears, which wiggle-waggle persistently at every small noise.
Are there any like carrots, sugar cubes, anything around? I wanna give him a little treat.
Yeah.
She's gonna make a friend.
There's a bucket full of golden apples next to his stable.
I'm gonna pick up go over to the stable, pick up a golden apple, and present it to him. Like, hey.
The horse looks at you almost knowingly. He makes eye contact. This creature sees you. It knows you. Certainly the oddest horse you've ever seen. Do you want to roll Arcana?
Okay. Do I?
I'm like, do I wanna? I'm a little nervous now.
Also, will somebody in the
it's a
party
death glare.
screenshot our stream right now and send it to me so that I can eventually make a peeker sticker of me doing this?
According to the McElroy family, I rolled the unfunniest number, which is an 11. So.
What?
You know not what it is, but certainly this horse has a secret that it is keeping. Hello. Don't transcript your notebook. It needs
I was about to be like, hello. She's still gonna like hold up. Hey, yep. Dice eating frog nose. If you know, you know.
But yeah, as you
she-
hold up the apple, he kind of
It's okay.
and he just
I'm not gonna hurt you. Yeah. Gonna just like very slow, like just very slowly, like kind of hold out her hand, like as a may I, like run to like pet his neck.
and he's
She's
kinda
very
like,
short, so she's like,
he bends down to you,
What do you?
seeing that you're little. He's just
move her hand back and forth. She's like, "You're pretty. You're gorgeous." So pretty. Can I take this one? You sure I can't? You sure I can't take this one?
Oh, sweetie,
Can I
you
hear
are
harassing?
way too little for Talos. He's a big horse. I don't even let Drizzt ride him. It's
He's
basically
gorgeous. Where did
like
you?
me and Aurora are sized for riding that horse, and maybe some of the orcs in the kitchen, and that's about it.
Where did you find him? He's beautiful. He's the biggest horse I've ever seen.
He found me. I went home
And
to
you
the
must have been.
Cloakwood, to try and see kind of what was left of my people. I had been away for so long, and I'd ignored it for a really long time. And when I went back, he was just there. Seemed like he made a home in the middle of the grove. And, you know, he looked like he needed a family, and he definitely needed food, so we've been together 150 years now?
She's like appalled. 50 years?
150.
Looks from
I
the
was
horse.
so young when I found him.
Doc,
No.
Doc is in the
Sorry.
meantime feeding his elk, and he just his ears perk up and just.
I'm not. Not you. He's 150. What kind of a horse are you?
The kind that lives...
Am I in earshot at all?
I would assume so. The kind of horse that lives with a highly powerful druid, honey. I just assume that I have that effect on all animals. I mean, look at Miko.
Well, he's
He's
very
been
lucky.
a baby as long as I've had him.
That's very true. Well, you're very lucky to have each other. He seems very wonderful.
I need a cleaning. Yeah.
Dream kitty.
Oh, thank you. I didn't realize that my hair needed washing. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Stream cat.
My personal hairstylist. Thank you. I appreciate that. He's so dear to me, and he's such a good boy.
I think just something about him. I don't know. He feels different.
Yeah, I don't know if he's been blessed or what, but something about him felt different to me too, and I couldn't leave him.
Well, as long as he's happy, that's all right with me.
She walks
She
over,
just
she
kind of
goes,
like,
"Yes, are you happy? Oh, I think you're happy." And she takes the horse's massive head in her hands and she's like, "Are you my big happy boy? Oh my goodness, yes you are."
sorry, Logan just looked up from the floor like,
Assuming horses drink with their teeth because it's a vampire-based campaign. Regular horses, not vampire horses, drinking water with their teeth.
I love that.
It's a horrifying thought.
I continue getting my elk in order, and
Driz, you
Heading-
asked if you were within earshot and then did nothing with it. Was there something you were going to say?
It's fine. Other things have passed and transpired, so I'm just gonna.
Okay. But yeah, your elk are ready to go.
Is there a step stool or something? Because I need help.
I gotcha.
Oh, that's right. You ride with me.
Can I? I'm just gonna, with of course, with your permission. May I help you?
You know, it would have been funnier if you just did
You're
it,
gonna have
but
to
thank you
toss me.
so much for asking.
I respect
Nobody tosses a
someone's
dwarf.
bodily autonomy.
Don't tell the elf.
Thank you, Roosevelt.
Don't tell
But
the elf.
yes, I could use some help, please.
Uppies!
Puppies.
Where's my uppies?
But now that I know I have your permission to
Uppies.
just throw you about, that is good to know. It's like,
Just-
Puppy. All right.
universal sign for get on with it.
It takes you guys only a matter of a few hours to make your way to Easthaven. It's a pretty short journey. As you roll your way across the tundra, it is icy and cold as usual. Everything is just kind of as is. And as you arrive,
There's no.
there's no
I was gonna say there's no like strange white scary looking creatures following us around like last time.
no creatures, no. Though you feel like you're being watched.
Not this again.
Okay.
I'm
you
still
said
highly
you put a lot of
convinced
emphasis
that-
on. Sorry, Megan, you first.
Let's say I'm still highly convinced that these Arctic animals are working for the Frost Maiden.
See,
Well, you know,
I'm sitting over here,
birds are
and you
a
said
Frost Maiden psyop.
Listen,
Your dice snatch.
Are
you
those
put a lot of
monsters.
emphasis. You put a lot of emphasis on creatures. So are there any Arctic flora that are following us?
No, I can't say that
So
any
you
of
just
the
like,
plants have
do-do-do-do?
sprouted legs and decided to try to keep pace with your elk.
That's some Looney Tune shit. Like,
To be fair, I started Tears of the Kingdom, and I did not know that the trees can uproot themselves and fight you.
Okay, that's shit going on.
Except here's the thing: they don't have arms and legs like Ents.
Ooh,
It's just its root
It's like
system
Witcher with your
that's
face- it's like-
scuttling around
it's
on.
like it's like the what is it, the Black Knight from Monty Python, right? It's just like kicking you with his legs, like no arms.
No,
Come here.
it uproots
Come
itself
back
and
here.
it's scuttling along on its roots, and it's kind of unnerving.
Why is it skittering?
A tree shouldn't move that fast.
Roll it to determine flavor. A crit 1 is instant death.
Easthaven.
As you approach
So
the
are we all
town-
sensing that there's something watching us, or
Go ahead.
sorry? Do we all kind of sense that something is watching us, or just like are some of us more perceptive to that than others?
All of you seem keenly aware of the feeling that eyes are on you. But that feeling starts to subside as you approach the town, and it is replaced with an entirely new feeling. The bitter chill of wind off of an icy, watery coastline.
Hmm.
This cold is no longer. You're muted, buddy. Is no longer bitter and dry. It sticks. It seeps to your very bones.
Horse
Horse the drink with their teeth. They're lurking.
Oh no.
Oh God!
It's gonna be a thing.
Welcome.
Can I?
Easthaven.
So now that we're along the shore of the lake, I'm assuming I can see now the expanse of the lake.
Oh yes. When you roll up on the lock, it's as if you have walked up to the coast of Faerun itself. Water spans further than the eye can see, and though you are aware of the mountains beyond it, they feel like looking at a distant memory.
That's not a lake! That is not a lake!
Oh.
That's not a lake!
Oh, it's not an ocean.
It's an enclave. No, just kidding. That's I think they come first to a land. Never mind. Kelly doesn't know geography.
I failed geography in college, it's fine.
I never had to take it, therefore I never learned it, and it comes up in trivia all the time. And I still have to get a fucking map and just look at it every once in a while.
It's okay. Our desert ranger doesn't know water either.
Listen, Desert Ranger can't swim, so
As somebody who was buried eyeballs deep in maps in preparation for this campaign, I too can say I don't entirely understand the geography of this region. It's a lot of me
It's doing
layering
some-
maps over other maps and being like,
It's a map witch.
is the water horse-shaped? No, unfortunately, this water is shaped more like... Oh god, I've forgotten its name. The cocoon Pokemon.
Metapod?
Metapod, thank you.
Or Kakuna?
Metapod. Water has shape? Yes, this lake is shaped
Jingle
like
Po!
Metapod. Hi,
What's
Jingle
that,
Po.
Jingle Po?
You have excellent timing. The lake is kind of shaped like Metapod, if I'm being honest.
I don't know Pokemon, so you lost me.
It's shaped like the cocoon of a butterfly. Or like
Okay.
a crescent moon with a nose. So like
Nice.
that one, but with a nose.
Just to clarify, when we talk about the shape of water, we're talking about
Talking
like
about the
just
shape
an
of the
aerial
lake.
view of the shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a
I want to
geographical.
make sure there wasn't
shape.
anything else
There were
weird as far as
Metapod
the
there.
shape was
It's not like the
concerned.
cards, I mean straight up Metapod. It was weird.
Need to grab my heating pad. Back is starting to hurt.
Grab whatever you need.
Yeah, do what you need to.
Yeah, Mothra may be lurking with the horses. Welcome to Easthaven. A small to you, large to Icewind Dale, fishing town. Mostly houses, some warehouses along the docks, a couple small rows, little streets full of small vendors and shops. But otherwise, this sleepy port town mainly is filled with one thing, and that's boats and people going on and off of boats. You notice that much of the town seems to be out on the water today. And though it is not by any means sunny, you assume that this is something that they are used to. There are few boats in general that are docked this day. As you roll into the town square, much like Bryn Shander, it becomes increasingly obvious as you look around which buildings are meant for what.
So, does it mean it's easy to find the speaker?
Yes.
No, sorry. Yes, I'm correct. Never mind.
As you are looking around, you notice a familiar shape of a building. It would seem that there's a building identical to the Speaker's Palace in Easthaven as well. Sporting a plaque in a similar spot on the building's face.
Shall we?
Yes, let's walk on up to park our steeds.
So we're the Elker steeds.
The elk are just like, They're happy wherever you put them. They basically just stay kind of wherever you want to leave them. As you walk up to the door, much like before, there's a large knocker on either door, and they are large wooden doors on the face of an otherwise stone building.
I grab a knocker.
Well, that's rude of you. You didn't even
Just
ask
one?
first.
And over here, I'm just saying just one.
As you boom, boom, boom on the door. This time you do not hear the clicking and clacking of locks and opening chains. Someone just pushes open the door and just goes, yes, welcome to the Easthaven Speaker's Palace. How can I help you?
Well, shit, I didn't know where to go with this at this point. I thought that.
Say, oh, they actually want to talk to us? Didn't have a conversation prepared.
That happens every once in a while. It's wild.
We had weapons prepared.
I have something for this.
Yes, we were sent here by Duvesa to speak with you, or the speaker, I should say. May I ask who you are?
Oh, yes, I apologize. My name is Tivald. I am but an assistant here in the palace. You wish to speak to Speaker Daneth Whalen on behalf of, it sounds like when you say Duvesa, I assume it's safe to say you mean Ms. Duvesa Shane of Bryn Shander?
That is correct.
Absolutely. Follow me, please. And he just opens the door for you. It's a total juxtaposition from what you experienced at Duvesa's house.
I'm sorry, what was the speaker's name again? Daniel?
Daneth Whalen.
Daneth Whalen.
Or Daneth, probably. Knowing this realm.
I'm
Better
just
than
gonna call him
Daniel.
Waylon Jennings.
Daneth Whalen Jennings.
The pronunciation guide has failed me.
It's like Majule.
As you make your way through the house, oh, how you doing? I didn't want to
Oh,
start
no.
talking until I yawned, and I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh,
So sorry. Why was yours so angry?
who?
Stu.
Stu.
Oh.
Just like. Don't trust Waylon. Something seems alien about them. Stop. As you follow Tivald through the house, it looks much the same. The appointments are a little bit different. Color of the curtains, personal decorations, things of that nature. And he's just kind of like one little foot in front of the other all the way through the house, and he leads you between two large staircases through a double doorway and into a beautiful office, which has a window overlooking the eastern half of all the docks. And a tall man turns around. A handsome older gentleman, broad and dark-haired and beardy. He says, "Well, hello. I am Speaker Wayland. What can I do for you? I can't say that I recognize any of your faces. Are you new to my town?"
Yeah, that's due to the old area, as it were.
Wonderful. More transplants to Icewind Dale, then. Many people wish to live alongside the land, and I can't see as I blame them.
Imre is
More just
shaking her
passing
head.
through. We're
Got
just
it.
we're just kind of coming and going.
Got it.
More of a job, if you will.
Ah, adventurers, I take it.
We were sent by Duvessa Shane, the speaker of Bryn Shander.
Miss Duvessa. Oh, I love the Lady Duvessa. She is so wonderful.
Yes, she seems very eclectic. Yeah, eclectic is the word I would use. Yes, yes, yes. Everything is good.
Well, should we just get down to it? Yeah, okay,
I think you better.
There's a were-rat. There's a were-rat pirate. Pirate rats. Why? Where?
Where
You have a
pirate?
problem with
How
rats.
wonderful.
Where pirate rats?
Yes, it seemed
Not wonderful.
it seemed the Brinshander had an issue with an infestation of were rats trying to take over the town, and that has led us here to where we believe they're based out of.
Interesting. Do you have the name of this alleged ship?
Renthor? Renthor? Renfair. Ren. Help me out, guys.
Grethnor.
Rathnor.
Rathnor. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a word. That's the word right there.
Yes, I will say the pirates of Ship Rathnor have been somewhat of an interesting development in our town. As you see, their ship does not actually sail our waters. Their ship remains out on the actual ocean, the sea of moving ice. So I've had somewhat of a bit of confusion about why it is they seemed to settle in our town. You're telling me that they're were-rats?
Yes, very bearish, very radish.
Interesting. Yes, I believe
And I'm
them
sorry,
to
did you
be-
just call the ocean a sea of moving ice? As in liquid water? Did I miss something?
No, the sea of moving ice, as in the sea itself is liquid water, but much of its surface is covered in large chunks of moving ice that is mobile.
Yeah, think of like the
because
Arctic.
of the nature of the water. We
Got
are
it, okay.
up near the very spine of the world. The spine of the world is like their Arctic area. It's very, very far north.
Got it.
Yes. To my understanding, they seem to be under the charge of Captain Jax of Longsaddle.
Yes, that's what we were told. They killed a harper, so
See, we've had no such trouble with them here to my knowledge, though we have not had adventurers in Easthaven in many years. Not since the disappearance of the Companions of the Hall and their ranger, Drizzt Do'Urden. But we haven't seen him in almost 20 years. So,
well,
you would be the first in
by
a
chance.
long time.
Well, by chance, has anyone come through peddling wares of black ice?
I'm afraid that I can say that someone has come through with black ice, though it's much worse than peddling wares. The Howling Fiend of Caer Konig. A pirate ship whose bow and ram are made entirely of the vile stuff.
What?
I said what I said.
The
The black pearl.
the entire front
Okay.
and back.
Rhetorically,
What?
what?
I
That's
wish
an
that
awful...
I could say that I was making a metaphor for the destructive capabilities of the ship or the corruption of its crew. But no, many of these pirates wield black ice axes or helms, and the ship's ram itself is entirely one giant crystal of black ice. We've had people out on the lock shore for almost a 10-day, anticipating attacks, waiting for it to come in again. It has not as of yet, but I have my concerns.
That is quite concerning.
And how big is
Oh.
this ram? Height, width, length? It.
It's an old schooner vessel, so 30, 40 feet long by maybe 3 feet wide is the ram itself, and the boat is 150.
More square or round?
I can hardly see how that matters, but it seems naturally shaped, if I were to describe it. If you're trying to make a dick joke,
Curvature?
I'm not interested.
Emery's gonna
Though the ship does
elbow
dress to
drip.
the left.
Wait, no, say more, say more.
What?
Monty Python. Wink, wink, nod, nod, say more, say more.
Oh, okay.
Never
You said
mind.
that so fast, I was like, what the fuck did
I
you
caught
just
it.
say?
I also had a mouthful of Sour Patch watermelon, so
Mmm.
didn't help.
Gotta have the snacks.
Yup.
Listen. The word were-rat concerns me, and it concerns me more to have pirates so far from their ship clearly looking for something. If you can get them out of my town and help us fortify by whatever means in order to better protect ourselves from the crew of the Howling Fiend, I would be immensely grateful. I understand that Duvessa has her concerns, but at the moment, I have more pressing ones.
And those would be?
The pirates of the Howling Fiend.
Oh, I thought that's what we were talking about this whole time.
There's
Did I
two
miss something? I thought
pirate
we were talking about the
Duo,
pirates stuff.
fuck off! Duolingo's like, do you want to practice?
Right back.
No! Will you get me water while you're up? You could come get my cup.
Fine.
So we have
Get my
Two?
Post Malone
Two
cup.
pirate ships.
two pirate ship.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about the same ship here. We're talking about two different
We're
pirate
talking
ships.
about two different pirate
Howling
ships,
Fiend and
one of
Carbonic.
which is not here, but
And-
the crew is here. You're gonna want to rinse it out.
And it seems significantly
Oh, you
worse
smell
than the other one.
wonderful.
Wait, so we had the Rathnor ship was Captain Jack's
Yeah.
boys, and then we have the separate ship is the Howling Fiend with Carbonic or whatever.
From
That's a separate
Caer
ship.
Konig, which is a city at the north end of the lake.
Oh, Care. What is it? Care.
Caer hyphen Koenig. Caer Konig.
And that's the one
Okay.
that's conspicuously, let's like, never like docked. It's just out there and it's covered in black ice.
Correct.
I never know what
So the ship's
It's
not here, but
it's
the
come
crew
into
is.
port a couple of times, but it's never docked. It's come in to basically rob other vessels and steal their wares, but it's never made port in Easthaven. The other ship Rethnor, is docked out on the Sea of Moving Ice, but its crew is for some reason here. And those are the were-rats.
Do we know where this other ship is being docked ordinarily, or is it
Thank
just
you.
perpetually out there? But it must have to resupply.
They resupply by raiding the other people. It sounds like.
Oh, right, they're pirates. Never mind. Stupid question.
It is said that when it does make port, it does so in a pirate cove of sorts, up between Caer Dineval and Caer Konig.
Looks like we're being pirates.
Okay. Great.
So
Well,
if they
sounds
aren't
good.
docking, what problems are they causing you?
They're raiding my ships. I'm losing necessary shipments from Caer Dineval of critical items for my town. Hell, they've sunk many of my boats. For seemingly no
They're
good
being
reason other than they
quite the
feel
nuisance.
like it. Which is, frankly, enough of a problem for me to warrant handling it. I can see no more dead at their hands. These people are just trying to make a living. The merchant sailors, that is, not the pirates. I assume they are trying to make a living, but they are doing it in the worst way possible.
And do you not have your own little arsenal in this town to help take capture of these individuals? Or militia, I should say, not arsenal.
They have all either been preoccupied in the Dwarven Valley, helping with the scourge of the Black Ice, or they have gone off east to help the Silver Marches.
So you guys are defenseless.
Short-handed, but yes, we've enough town guard to help inspect shipments, guard the gates, fend off yetis, and that's about it. It's gotten so bad that we even have, what do you call them? Large snowcats, predators, moving in towards the northern cities, seeming to hunt. Everything is scarce out here. It's the foulest winter I've seen in almost a century.
Well, maybe we can assist with your pirate problem.
I would be grateful.
Guess the question is, how do we get out to the pirates here? Gonna need some sort of boat.
I can offer you one of
You
our
don't
merchant
say.
vessels, if that would help.
Drissa, are you good with swimming?
I can swim if the
He
occasion calls for it.
did carry me on his back in Baldur's Gate. So
I'd much prefer not to, but I'm
No
sure I can
need,
manage.
as you are all deliberating. A cannonball comes crashing through the window of the speaker's palace.
Oh.
It would seem the
Speak of
pirates
the devil.
have found you.
Which pirates?
So
Is this
Yeah.
their first actual attack on the land, or
Well, now that the cannonball has come crashing through the window and the speaker is running out the front door, why don't you guys go ahead and roll perception on that cannonball that just came crashing through the window?
Ooh.
Oh no, it's the cannon black ice. The cannonball is black ice.
Every time we're gonna be like, is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick,
19.
mayonnaise is not an instrument. But yes,
Emery got a 16.
22.
the cannonball is black ice.
Oh shit! Get away!
of course
Get
it
away!
is.
You told me I could.
Cool.
They told me I couldn't make ammunition out of it, and here they are shooting it out of cannons.
I told
feel-
you it was a stupid idea. Not that you should do it.
He didn't say it was
We
feel
never
awesome.
questioned
Very
whether
large
it was
difference there.
possible, just whether or not it was a good idea. And here, clearly, these men have been corrupted, since
It's
they are
very
tossing a cannonball.
possible. It's very doable. It's just not advisable.
I feel hornswoggled.
Again,
Just
you
like it's very
misunderstand ability versus whether or not
But,
you should.
you know, you don't ever want to do that because as you do that,
You
We
cut
lost you for the
completely out.
second half of that.
no, that was intentional.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a bleep button. I didn't want to blow everyone's ears out with it, so I just muted during the worst parts.
All right.
All right. Well,
Badge 502 would approve. Okay, I'll leave it at that.
Through the window, can we see? Did it come through the window? Did it come through?
It did.
Like
It came
cannonball to
crashing through
determine
the
flavor?
window.
Okay, so can we see the origin of it though? Like, can we see a ship? Like, how far out is this ship?
As you look out onto
Assuming
the
it came from a
water,
ship.
it would appear that there are two ships discharging artillery at various buildings within the town.
Oh great.
Lovely. Took her just the right time.
And the flavor is corruption.
Cool. What? How close are they to shore? I'm assuming, like, we're still gonna have to get a
They are
vessel
several
from
hundred
shore to them.
yards out.
So yeah, that's gonna need a.
they're close
something.
enough.
I don't think there's.
Let's see where the speaker went real quick. Where'd they go?
Out the front
Oh
door.
yeah.
I try to
dart after the speaker.
Yeah, dart after the speaker.
Okay, as you dart out the front door, you can see his cloak kind of waving behind him as he runs. He is booking it to the docks.
All right, I guess we're following.
Follow suit.
As you make it to the docks, it becomes clear to you that the ships are moving ever closer, on a crash course with many other vessels in the harbor. The speaker begins to board a vessel, complete with crew, shouting, "I'm commandeering the vessel!"
I'm gonna follow. I'll
Follow.
leap after a boat if I have to.
Yeah, you guys make it up the gangplank just as it is pulling away with absolutely, no respect for any of the ropes or gangways attached to it. And he's just booking it out of the harbor as best he can. But as he pulls out, and as you guys are trying to get your wits about you, boom! Another vessel crashes into you headlong.
Ooh.
Your bow is now entangled with that of another ship. Alongside the body of the other ship, you see the word Silver Spree.
I'm sorry, that's the one that crashed into us, and that was the one that was crashed into us.
That's
there's
the one
three
that crashed
ships?
into you.
Okay. Was that one of the pirate ships that's attacking?
I don't know, roll perception.
$21.
I got dust in my eye.
Yeah, based on the fact that there are pirates who are currently climbing all of the ropes and attempting to swing over to you, and the fact that they are still discharging artillery at other ships within the harbor, yeah, you're gonna say it's one of the two ships.
Oh,
We needed perception for
then-
that? we didn't see their eyes for that?
You could have. But that's what perception is for.
I mean, yes and no.
Then I would like to try to get and board their ship. If they're gonna try to board us, I'm gonna try to board them.
Ah, the
Sure.
good old Reverso Uno reverse card. I'll show you. We'll
Reverso.
board you
The
instead.
reverso.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You can take this dinghy. We want that vessel anyways.
You're not on a dinghy, you're on a ship!
I know, I'm joking.
Nope,
Never
they're all
mind.
dinghies now.
Oh god.
They're all dinghies now.
All boats are dinghies. All dinghies are boats.
Okay.
It's just squares and rectangle kind of situation.
Yeah.
Roll initiative so I can keep track of you guys.
Ooh, okay. Yes.
Yes, we're getting into it.
Oh god. 6. I had no desire to be on the vessel.
18.
Boats. Yay, 17.
Okay.
Oh, this is the worst time to have to go to the bathroom. So many dice.
All the dice.
Well, then I am gonna run to the restroom before we have to fight.
Seems like a prudent plan. The music definitely fits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who do you guys want to thank for that?
Everyone's favorite audio provider for gaming experiences, Syrinscape.
Well, or at least our favorite.
If you
They
like-
don't pay us or anything. We actually
They don't
pay
pay us
them.
nothing. Yeah, wait. Yeah, pretty much. If you like the music and effects and everything that you'll be hearing throughout the campaigns, give them a listen. Go to their website. It's Syrinscape. That's SYRINSCAPE.com, because epic games deserve epic soundtracks.
Close, just epic sound. Good job.
Yeah, hey, we did it.
This is going with this.
That's still a pretty good read.
That's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, they don't actually pay us. We actually pay them. We just really like them. Okay, well, Megan's first in the initiative, and she has to pee, so... Do they have dice rolling audio? You know, snack ASMR for you? Let me see here. Let me see.
Flavored dice. My favorite. Imagine them being flavored like the Jelly Bellies that have like the ones that have the different flavors, and then they have like the vomit flavored and booger flavored ones.
You know,
the Birdie Bots?
they
Are they
don't
Birdie
have
Bots?
it, but they do have...
Ooh, drums.
And...
Wait, play that one again.
Why? Because it kind of sounds almost like...
We
Yeah,
have...
I was like, am I hearing Wish.com victory
Yes.
fanfare?
Yes. We have victory fanfare at home.
We do have victory fanfare at home.
Yeah.
My favorite are the spells, though. The Arcane Amphibian by Dispel, nice.
I have the worst timing. I'm so sorry.
No,
Okay,
you're
welcome back.
I heard.
You're okay.
All I heard was Megan, you're first, and I went. Are we
yeah.
using Owlbear? Because are we using Owlbear or
No.
Because I don't have it.
I would love to use
Great.
Owlbear, but it will make your computer die a horrible fiery death, so we're not using it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
thanks for
theater of the
thinking
mind
of
it.
me. Okay. No
There is
worries.
something in my eye, though, and it is going to drive me absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I do have my fancy little fan going on, so it keeps my computer from overheating because I have so many things open right now. Okay. So who's where?
So, your two
Close.
ships are locked together like this by the noses. There is
That's
kind
the
of this
vaporwave sound.
triangular space in between them.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like you've got a pretty wide range. But
Okay.
yeah, this is your ship and this is their ship.
Okay. Is there anybody at the bow, like at the very bow of the other ship?
There is nobody on the ram, but there are people close to the bow.
How far?
I would say they're probably a solid 20 feet back from the very front of the vessel.
Right. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because I have the sharpshooter feat, so it doesn't matter. Well then, whoever that sorry pirate, but whoever this first person is gonna
And I got
gonna get
these
first
dice
taste
frog.
of Ooh. Whoever is the closest pirate will be the first taste. Will get the first taste of my Bow of the Banshee.
Hey,
Try that out.
nice. Yeah,
Alright,
roll to
let
attack,
me-
man.
All right. So there's a lot of things I need to. Okay, so when you said +1 for the short bow, what does that add to? Does that
You
add
have
to
a
attack or?
+1 to your attack and to your damage.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. So let me end it. Okay. Is that on top of the 1d6 +1, or is it now 1d6 +2?
No, that is the +1 in 1d6 +1.
Okay, just making sure. All right. Wow, I have a lot of stuff to add up right now. Okay, so that's 18, 19, 20.
You definitely hit.
21, 22, 20. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, a 23 hits, hun. 23 definitely
cool.
hits.
All right, let me find my 6. Where's my 6? All right. Then that is going to be 8. No, sorry, not 8. 9 for attack, but okay, so oh wait, I have to so I hit. So now do I have
Now
to
you
roll
roll
a 1d10
damage.
before?
You
Do I
have
roll
to
the
roll a
d10 first?
1d10 before to see if you also frighten them. You still damage them, but you're seeing if you also frighten them.
Oh, I dropped d10. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's an 8 for frighten.
You do not frighten them.
Oh, okay. So you said it's a 3 or
3
lower
or
to frighten.
lower.
Okay. Okay. So then their damage is 7. They don't get frightened.
Okay.
See if I can do anything else. Oh, actually, I can use this for the first time. So my Ranger's Quarry, on a bonus action, I can mark one creature that I see. On damage with attack deals an extra quarry die. I forgot what that means.
Yes, your hunter's
Oh,
mark.
it's just yes, basically an extra D4 to track, locate quarry die. Blah 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 blah. And use wisdom to regain all. Okay. I guess. Well, I should have done this first, but I forgot about it until now.
Oops.
I guess we'll also. I guess Ranger's Quarry the dude that I just hit, unless they're dead.
They're not dead.
Okay, great. So let me find my D4. I'm gonna need that.
Okay.
Okay. Then that's all I can do.
Alright. It is now that fucking guy's turn.
Oh,
So
shit.
he is going to turn towards you, and he's going to make an athletics check to try to run across the bow. And see if he can run across the rams to get to you. That is a 19. So yeah, he runs across the 2 rams of the ships, and like now stands almost in front of you, though he is out of movement. So he's not gonna take a swing at you.
Okay.
And he has no bonus action because he is just a fucking pirate. So yeah, now it is the speaker's turn. And let me pull up.
I just realized something really cool I could have done, and I didn't think about it until just now.
Boo. I like the Kraken D4s, the corner knocked off. Yeah, those are pretty nice. I got you that set with your royal lineage, right?
My noble lineage,
Noble
but yeah,
lineage,
these
sorry.
guys.
Yeah. Oh my god, 5e tools, please load. Thank you. Okay, he's going to turn, and he's going to cast Ray of Frost. Just straight across. He's literally taking a shot across the bow. So let's see here. I almost rolled that off the table, so we're gonna grab a different die. He misses. And that is a whole action. And so he's gonna move up to you. Megan, he's gonna move up near you, and he's going to shove that pirate with an athletics check. Which he also fails. Man, the speaker's kind of useless right now. Okay, so that was his turn. Vincent, it is his turn.
All right. You know what? We're gonna have fun. I dropped it. I will come back to the die I dropped. Come back to that later. I'm gonna go 40k orc logic, and I'm gonna find the tallest, biggest dude on the other ship.
Okay.
The big one. The flashy gets.
Big one's in charge.
More Daka. More Choppa?
The biggest guy is standing
Maybe more
behind the
chopper right now.
helm.
Of course. Of course.
And how far am I from the helm? Have I made it across yet?
Where you didn't tell me you were trying to make it across.
Or no? I did right before you said roll for initiative.
Then we'll say let's roll it back and roll an athletics check for me.
Okay.
Kraken Dice has them.
My
Dice saving frog.
athletics
They're part of
check.
the alchemy line.
23.
Yeah, we'll say that you can grab a rope and swing across, so you're standing about midship.
All right, and then
So he's
how
maybe
far
50
is that
feet
guy?
from you.
Dick. Movement speed, 35 feet. And then aggressive as my bonus action gets me in range easily, and I'm gonna take a big fucking swing. I can't trigger my Crimson Rite as well because that is a separate bonus action. I do not have two of them, so for now I will just take a swing. So. 22.
22 hits, yes.
And nice. 13 damage.
13 damage, nice.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, Stew Bear.
So
Fine,
is there
back.
currently a pirate on boarded our ship?
Yes, he's up at the nose of the ship with Imre and Speaker Waylon.
So how far would that be from where I'm standing? If I'm
I don't know,
standing
where are
like
you
on
standing?
like the rail's edge.
The whole boat is rail's edge. I'm gonna need you to be more specific.
Well, I would have been next to Driz.
Okay, so you're over by where the gangplank was when you ran on
Yeah.
to the ship.
Yes.
You're about 50 feet from this dude.
Okay. I will move out 30 feet.
What just happened?
And
I can't find my die.
I guess you're crawling around on the floor.
I pull out one of Dad's pistols, and I see if it'll fire.
It fires. Go ahead and roll attack with it, please.
Be a 19.
And 19. 19 hits, so... Wow, that handgun sound is really quiet. Hang on. There you go. As your shot rings out across the bow and connects with the pirate, he just kind of, like, holding his stomach, turns like, I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just hit me. Roll for damage.
What's the damage dice on that? Is it D10? I don't believe you gave me stats for it.
That's a good question. Hang on, let me look at my notes.
I know the palm pistol, I think, is like D8. I think a wheel lock or black powder was like a D10, and then the blunderbuss was like a D12.
Here we go. It has a range of 60 to 150 feet.
Okay.
It does 4d12 piercing.
Holy.
If you are within 30 feet of a target, it's armor piercing. If you misfire,
That's a lot of...
you must wait 4 turns to attempt to fire again, and reloading will take you 10 turns. So there are caveats.
Okay. Okay, so wow, that is just absolutely...
You also
That is just
cannot
ridiculous.
move while reloading the pistol.
So you blew a hole through that man.
Well, let's see. Let's see. You said 40-12?
I need you to deep that.
4d12.
You put a hole in him.
Listen, if you're gonna put guns in the campaign,
Holy
there are
crap.
going to be
Holy
consequences.
Okay,
That's
so
usually
that's
how guns work.
20. Wow.
I mean, yes, accurate, but also I can't find my die.
30 points of damage.
Yeah, he's dead on the spot. You blow a hole straight through his torso, and he just... He cannot make sound, he cannot make words. Oxygen escapes out of the hole in his diaphragm as he just shudders and drops, bleeding out on the deck of the ship.
Doc's face at this point is just like one of like amazement and wonder and shock and like it works. Holy crap, it works. Dad, it works.
You get inspiration for
Why would
that.
you not test your guns before battle?
We tried that and it didn't work. When we were in
He
the
tried firing with those water barrels, those casks.
It only works a
Okay, so it's
percentage of the
just
time.
Okay.
and I have two of them. So I was like, huh. Well then. So yeah, that was my I moved my entire movements. Did my action. Sheathing and unsheathing can be done as free action, right?
How are you wearing them? Because you have them on like a double belt, right? Is what you said?
Yeah, holsters.
Yes, because quick drawing is a mechanic that you can do as a maneuver to make an attack, I will say that that's effectively a free action.
So as my free action, I'll put put it on. I have like one in my front as a cross draw, and one like on like in the back as like a back draw, and I put the one that I drew from the back into its holster.
I will say that as that shot rings out across the bow, and the man drops dead of seemingly indiscernible injury to the rest of his crew, they all stop and look around, almost a group questioning of whether what they are trying to do is worth whatever that was. Stu, I will give you one whole bonus round right now, if you so wish, to make a compelling argument or threat or whatever to the exceptionally tall gentleman that Driz just took a swing at. He stands at the helm of this vessel.
I pull out the other one, and I point it. Now would be the time to make a choice. If your life is truly worth what you're about to do,
Roll
I would take pause.
intimidation with advantage.
Well, let's see. Is
Dice Eating Frog says sorry, they were hungry. They'll return it in a second.
Intimidation, where are you? Okay. Doc's not the exactly intimidating type, but he can get it.
It is gone to the ether too. It is.
Doc
It
may
has
not be
disappeared.
intimidating, but you've just used a weapon no one has ever seen before.
What?
And it dropped someone.
16.
The man at the helm just goes, "Boys! Put your weapons down! Fighting ain't worth dying. Not for this. Put 'em the fuck down!" And they all put their weapons away.
How many of them are we talking about?
1, 2, 3. 9. There are 9 of them.
Ooh.
Wow.
9 total, including the dead one, or 9 left alive?
9 left alive.
And this is still
What
on
is
the
it
one
you
ship,
be
right?
after?
It's still out there.
This is one ship. There is another ship still out there. It is still firing on targets. But in this moment, it is just you two crews. What is it you be after? What has you so sure you can threaten the dogs of my ship? Who are you?
Well, you see, we have a problem. And that problem is were-rats.
No.
And there's a particular pirate. What? What do you mean, nope?
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to think about it, or to ask for help from one of your fellow adventurers. We're gonna consider this a free use of inspiration. Would somebody
yeah, I could
like
use
to
some help here.
explain to Stu? why he would say were-rats, and I would say nope, based on the
Yeah.
information you've been given.
Yes. I will rephrase my statement. How do I want to do this? Do you really just think you can come up to a city and attack it, and there'd be no repercussions for your actions?
It's not the repercussions I'd be worrying about. It's whether or not I'll leave with the plunder I am entitled to. You see, I've better weapons than most and more cunning men than all. But never have I seen a weapon ring out across the bow like that and drop one of me men dead on the spot. So you've got me thinking twice. Otherwise, I run this ship. I follow the orders of my captain, and I do what I please, whether my ship be the howling fiend or not.
But I thought this was the Silver Spree.
This is the Silver Spree, you're correct.
Oh, fuck. Ugh.
And who is your captain?
Who's wanting to know? I asked ye a question first.
Can't be telling me that my orc logic of find the biggest dude worked. I'm gonna keep doing it.
What was our title for our group name for the keep? It was
The Order,
The Order
of
of the
the
Keep.
It was we need a new one. It was we need a new one.
It was everyone thinks it's dumb.
Oh well, thanks guys.
He only
I
voted.
guess I'm gonna head out.
No, I meant like everyone we come across, they're always just like, what?
It'll catch on. We are the Order of the Keep, and we're here.
That's a temporary title.
You need to ask him why he's talking about the Howling Fiend when he's on the fucking Silver Spree.
Yes. I'm getting to that. Why are you talking about the Silver Spree when you're on? Why are you talking about the Howling Fiend when you're on the Silver Spree?
Tressum got your tongue, boy. The Silver Spree be merely a means to an end. If someone is looking for the ship of Captain Derek Pierce and the crew of the Howling Fiend, they won't be expecting it when we roll up on two ships they've got no reason to be looking for. Worked.
Okay, so the Silver Spree is the
Just give up the whole game plan. Decoy ships.
I mean, they're already here and they're already firing upon the city and doing some pretty big damage, so it's not like you're stopping
It worked this time.
Yeah, that does seem like a pretty good strategy. Jess, what do you think we should do with them? Should we feed them to the icy depths?
Oh, what was the... We could keel haul him.
Alright, make him walk the plank.
Is the line you were looking for, do you fear death? Because you looked like you were searching for a pirate's line, and it was either that or, "You afraid to get wet?"
Are you just asking me that, or
Yeah.
Stu that?
You're
Listen,
best
you
believing in ghost stories. Turner. You're in
You're
one.
in one!
You're in one.
No, I was trying to think of the phrase of keel hauling,
Ah.
and I kept thinking of club hauling from pirates,
God.
and I was like, that's not the right one. What is it?
Ooh, that's torture.
Keel haul was
That
the one I was looking for.
That is torture.
Yeah, it is.
Huh?
Oh, torture.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
No, that's why I put my hand
Thinks the black
up as
ice
an out
may
of
be
character, 'cause-
influencing you more than you think there with the keel hauling.
and
Fritz,
that's why
step
my
away
hand
from
was
the
up,
black
because I
eye.
wasn't gonna say that. No.
I mean, the only good pirate is a dead pirate, am I right?
Hey, I've always wanted to be a sky pirate, okay? So, 1, shut up. 2, clap them irons.
Well, you're standing next to him, so
Let me guess. Clapping irons? No. Oh, forget
I have
this!
manacles in
You're
my
getting
lost
us
backpack.
nowhere! Captain, give me his order and I'll cut these dogs down! The captain
I point.
sounds like...
Captain, I would choose your words carefully as I cock the
Listen.
hammer back.
You can either call off your crew, and you'll end up in the cells, or you could try to fight us, and he'll put a hole in every one of you in a split second. Either way, it's not good for you, but one of them is death.
I've got 2 guns, one for each of you.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
As he sits, contemplating, from behind you, a growing sound before you hear the scream of FIRE! It would appear you've been misled.
We got the decoy ship.
Nope. You're attached to a ship, and another has just rolled up behind you.
They did this on purpose. This is an actual pirate tactic, y'all. They did this on fucking purpose.
Correct. I know a lot about pirates.
I have like 20 million pirate books. I was a pirate girly. You know how like most kids are like mermaid girlies? I was a pirate
I was a
girly,
pirate
so
person,
this is-
yeah.
This is my shit.
Same.
And you didn't tell us? You just sat there with that knowledge?
Well, Megan knows. Imre don't know. She don't like the water, okay? She's in the
Yeah,
desert.
that's-
She doesn't know anything about pirates.
That's very fair. That's fair. I'm just being a dickhead. I am being a penis cranium.
That's why I was like, keel hauling is torture. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. I am very aware that keel hauling is horrific.
And that's why I also called the Silver Spear the Dauntless, because that's basically what we're doing. What we are right now. We are on the Dauntless.
Yeah.
And all this rolling is giving
Keel
me
hauling is
anxiety.
just waterboarding, but worse.
So much worse.
I don't know why they call it waterboarding. I'm not bored at all.
Okay, as a quick side note, I love seeing like dudes who think they're so tough. They're like, I could take being waterboarded, and like they're Someone will do it to them, and they're like, ah!
Yeah, 10 seconds in, they're like, ah!
They're crying for their mother. It's like, yeah. Real tough,
Yeah,
huh?
horrifying facts about your DM time. When I was a child, my bio mom actively engaged in waterboarding me with hot water because a mothering article told her that it was the best way to drain your child's sinuses. So this happened regularly.
Okay.
You guys have heard how bad my allergies are.
I know.
This happened regularly.
Okay, I know the article didn't say the words waterboarding. It just described something, and it ends up that, hey, that's waterboarding. But I just picture
What I
like,
suspect
hey,
it
does your
was
child have
like
sinus
a
issues?
warm
Try
washcloth
waterboarding
across
them.
here, not a washcloth being poured hot water on top of across your child's whole face.
Like a kettle.
No, it's the shower
I
nozzle.
just pictured.
Oh, yeah. That'll
Or the
do it
handheld
too.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you've ever wondered why I don't panic in an emergency, that's one of many.
Waterboarding. Who is sending the water to boarding school? Is the water intelligent? More importantly, is it sentient?
Worse, it's sapient. It has community, it has cultures, it has language and colloquialism. It forms familial bonds. The water is a problem.
All right.
That being said, everybody in the center of the ship, go ahead and make a dex check for me. So that's going to be Doc and Roosevelt.
Our boat got butted in the butt.
Nope. They came alongside you and opened fire.
Oh. We got cannoned.
You did, yeah.
Bitches
Also, I love how I
cannons.
said open fire and
19.
someone opened fire with their firework. 19? Great.
17.
Also fine, yeah. You both managed to, like, you kind of hear the ship rolling up and your spidey senses start tingling. They're like, and you both just drop to the deck.
Ear tingle.
As overhead, a cannonball just comes whooshing by. Wait, hang on. There's got to be a better... Ah, here we go.
Anyway, I just pounce on someone while I'm ducking. Just take them out.
No,
Well,
there's
not
nobody near you.
Take a bath.
Shucks.
Dice eating frog, you can try to eat my dice. Good luck digesting them.
Oh, what brings you into the ER? Oh.
It could be worse. It could have gone up the other way.
Yeah, they're taking a look at the
Don't make me
skin like
this.
why is there a... That's a big dice. Why is there a dice in your stomach?
Don't make me like this. I have a kidney stone's bigger than that.
Kidney stone's bigger than that.
Oh. Oof.
What kind of frog are you?
Ones that pass.
Stu, what
D20
would you
side
like to
titty.
do with that extra round? Are you done with it? Or do you take your shot?
I take my shot at the captain.
Misfire. You can try again in 4 rounds.
Shit. Well, I knew it was too good to be true. And I
And the captain just... Ah, ha, ha, ha! I knew it had to be a bluff. There's a pirate next. And he's gonna make an athletics check to try and come aboard from the ship behind you. Oh, he fails it. He's in the water.
oof.
Yeah. That sucks. He's probably gonna freeze to death.
I've seen this movie before. It was called Titanic. Sorry, Jack, there's no room on the floating wood here. You got all this
At
space.
least you
There's
got it
plenty of
right. It
room.
was you didn't say door. At
It's
least you
funny.
didn't
You
say
didn't
door.
say door because it's a ceiling tile.
That was pretty funny.
Okay, let's see. The next pirate tries to come over, and he doesn't go in the water, but he just is not terribly coordinated. So he like grabs on the rope and he starts to like try to go back to like hop up onto a rail to swing across, and he just kind of like slips and eats shit. It's just a farce over there on the second ship. Meaning it's now Kelly's turn. Kelly, what does Roosevelt want to do?
Oh God. So there's how many people on the other ship? Second ship?
The second ship?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Okay, so we got 7 and 9, eh? So we got ship 1.
Yeah, but there's
2.
technically 8 from the other ship. It's just one of them is in the water at the moment.
Hope we dead soon. I'm not worried about him.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, we will be soon.
You're nearly there.
That's just a flesh wound.
Well, how close is the next person to me, or was one of them to me? Am I within, 10, 20 feet of anybody?
You are technically within 20 feet of somebody, but they're on another ship. The ship behind you, because you're still up against the railing, is technically about 20 feet from you.
Part of me wants to just like Wonder Woman it with my battle axe and just like go like charging after him.
You can make an athletics check to get over to the other ship.
Okay, let's do that. Where's my athletics? There it is. Okay.
So pretty.
22.
22 works. Yeah, you grab a you take your whip and you whack it around like a cross netting on the other ship, and you swing across from one of their supports, landing on their deck, and you just pull it back like, okay, I'm here. Big mistake on your part. Yeah, you're on the other ship. What would you like to do? If you have a bonus
I'm gonna
action
take
you can
my-
make. Or no, I guess that'd be your movement. So yeah, you can still make an action.
I'd like to take my great axe. Well, okay, is there anyone close to me?
Yeah,
Who's the closest person to me?
closest person to you
Okay.
is literally right in front of you.
Okay, then I'm gonna take my great axe and just go. Wah-wah.
Oh, roll to
Wah-wah.
attack.
Give him a good wabba.
Which one is that? It says a D20. What am I using as a plus?
It should be with your weapon. It should tell you if you add anything to your rolls, but I believe for that you add your strength modifier, don't you?
It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't tell me. It says I have attack bonus of plus 14, and then the damage is 1d12 plus 12 for slashing.
Attack bonus is what you add to your attack.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh God, 17.
You have a plus 14 for your attack bonus?
Yeah.
Apparently, which is good because I had a
Wow.
3.
From that,
Wow.
It's from
it's
the
from that
legendary
the
axe.
dark steel axe.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because you guys had gotten some pretty awesome things, so I had to give Roosevelt an awesome.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm like, geez, that's a...
It's a great axe.
Yeah, you
That's a
hit. Go
great
ahead
axe.
and roll for damage.
When does slashing come into play?
The damage type only matters if an enemy is immune to it or resistant to it, which is not the case here.
Got it. Okay. Oops. 1.
Plus.
The second set of dice I need to fire for the evening.
You don't have a damage bonus?
If I do, I don't know where it is.
It should be your.
Podcast delete that person.
Which form? Which form is it in? Is it in
Short or long?
the great axe form?
It's a great axe.
One hand or two-handed? How are you using
Okay.
it?
Oh, two-handed, sorry.
Okay.
Two-handed.
So I remember it
But-
was. If I remember. If I remember correctly, it was a +4 to. There should be a +9.
Again, I don't know where I'd find
I
that
remember
information,
correctly.
though.
It would have been written down. You should have written it down on the same line with the
With your attack bonus. So it should say like attack bonus,
Yeah.
and then you'll see like plus blank to attack, plus
It just says
blank to
1d12
hit.
plus 12 slashing.
So you add 12.
Oh, okay. So
So you hit for 13.
That's what I was asking about the slashing. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, slashing is the damage type. The number still applies.
Got it, okay. And that's that these dice are still fired, because I got a 1.
So 13 points of
So the
damage.
second set I have to fire.
Okay. It is now another pirate's turn. And Roosevelt, they're gonna try to take a swing at. Yes, they're on ship number 1. Oh, you're on ship number 2. They're gonna try to come over to your ship. That's an 18, so they make it over to the middle ship. And Doc, they decide to take a swing at you with their dark steel rapier. Or not dark steel, black ice rapier. Is an 18 hit.
Do. Where'd you go? Where's my?
Where'd you go? I missed you so.
Yes, that does hit me. Sadly.
All right. Where's my D4? Hello?
Hello.
It was all the way at the bottom, both of them. That's so rude.
How rude.
That is 4 points of damage.
You are going to regret. You're going to regret that very much, young man.
I'm a woman.
Well, I'm sorry. That is my bad. I mean,
You should be.
beards are very fashionable. It's my mistake.
Thank you. It is now the captain's turn. And he is going to Misty step over in front of you, Doc, and he is going to take a swing at you with his black ice captain's sword. Does 16 hit you?
No, it does not hit me.
Alright, and he just straight past you and just ah! The next pirate is on ship number 2, so Roosevelt, they're gonna take a swing at you. Does a 12 hit?
I don't know how to determine that.
Armor class. What is your armor class?
16.
So no, I would have to meet or exceed 16 to hit you. It does not hit you. So another
Got
just
it, okay.
miss. Back to pirate ship number 1, who is going to try to None of you are on Pirate Ship 1, are you? You're not on the Silver Spree. Okay. So he's gonna try to come across.
Well,
No, the Silver Spree's the one we boarded.
Well,
oh,
you
sorry.
boarded.
You
You
boarded.
boarded.
You're on the Silver Spree.
Yes, he is on. He's on.
Yeah, I am. I'm right next to the captain.
Yeah.
Well, you're not anymore, but yeah, there's a dude that's gonna make an attack on you, Drizzt. I'm guessing a 10 doesn't hit you.
No.
Cool.
Cool beans.
I'm gonna swap that out for another die. That one's vanished. Back on ship number 2, a pirate's gonna try to come across the bow towards Imre. And he's in the fucking water too. Okay.
He's gonna drown.
Hypothermia
Icy
is
cold
a
water.
hell of a thing.
I know, right?
Well,
Hypothermia is scary.
Back on ship number 1, another pirate's gonna take a swing at you, Drizzt. 18.
Yay! 18?
Yeah.
That does not hit me.
Cool. Just another.
Ooh.
What kind of water? Icy cold
And-
water.
Cold.
Glacial
Very-
water.
Very
I'm
Organic
just up
water.
here just parrying shit.
Back on ship number 2, another pirate, not learning from his friend's mistake, is gonna try to get across to you, Imre.
Okay.
Fuck!
Did he fall in the water? Again?
These are the most
Wow.
inept fucking pirates I've ever seen.
not
I would
everyone
say
could be a
something, I
badass
don't-
with the whip and just go to swing across.
This
I
black
would
ice
say
is really
something,
taking
but I
care of
don't
itself.
wanna do that. And Ray's just standing there like,
Back on
Come
ship
at me,
number
bro.
1,
It feels like a
another
Leslie Nielsen
pirate-
movie at this point. He's just like, oh.
Another pirate, getting very frustrated with his co-worker's inability to get the job done, is gonna take a swing at you, Drizzt. Yeah, that's a 4. That doesn't hit.
I'm just
4 is a 4,
parrying
4
shit.
is a 4 is a 4 is a 4, of course.
I'm out here parrying
Back
shit.
on ship number 2, Kelly, a pirate's gonna take a swing at you. That's a 15. It also does not hit.
Nope.
Mm,
So I was
back
getting
on
ready
ship
to be
number
like-
1.
Throw some fisticuffs.
Pirate's gonna try to come across the bow. Smarter than his other shipmates, this one's gonna try to use a rope and swing across because running across the bow is clearly hazardous. Okay, he's not in the water, but he's just like not strong enough to like hold on to the rope and get over to this ship.
You just
oh no, does he slide and land on his back and go
He's just like,
whale
he's like,
noise?
he's
is
like
low-key whale
jumping and
noise.
his arms just like shake and give out. Without doubt, the worst
These pirates.
pirates I've ever heard of.
But you have
They
heard of me.
really are.
Back on ship number 1.
Unfortunately.
Do I even have to say it? They're gonna try to swing for Drizzt.
We don't have to do anything.
16. Back on ship number 2.
Here I
Someone's
am
gonna
holding
try
off
to swing
5
over and
dudes at
attack
once.
Imre.
It's a bold strategy,
5.
Cotton. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
Nope, he's in the water
kind of
too.
standing
That's a
back,
bold
just like
strategy, Cotton.
watching this shit show go down.
I fucking hate
I'm-
this. Oh my god.
There.
Banishing
This is
so
fun.
many dice right now.
Well, it's a good thing you got a whole bag full of dice.
I have multiple bags full of dice. Pirate on ship number 1 is gonna try to get to Doc. We'll say he tries to swing midship. Maybe that's just a bad idea to try and move towards the bow at this point. Hey, he makes it over. This pirate is on the ship. He comes up alongside his captain and takes a swing at you. That's a 10. So he misses, but he's at least on the middle ship. Okay. It is then Megan's turn.
Okay.
Finally.
Were there any pirates still like in front of me, or?
No, there was only
Me?
one in front of you.
Okay,
Everyone else has failed to get across.
Okay.
It's the inept pirates of Penzance over here.
Yeah.
Okay. How close are they to me? Like
Are you looking for ship 1 or ship 2?
the pirate that's in front of me, or?
Oh, the pirate that is closest to you is on the bow of the ship, whose nose is like interlocked with yours. So it's like maybe 20 feet tops if you're both standing center
Okay.
deck.
Yeah.
Give him a taste of the arrow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Well, I can't use the bow of the banshee because I'm too close, but I can use my hand crossbow. So I'm gonna do that. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, a 22 does in fact hit. Crazy how that
Okay.
works.
Weird.
Oh, that's 2 damage.
2's not nothing.
Oh, wait, no, that's... Wait, sorry, that's 4 because I forgot I had +2.
4 is also not nothing.
Yes.
It's not 2.
Okay.
The pirates pirated being pirates on their pirate boat.
Ship.
How far is that how far away is that third boat where Roosevelt is?
The second pirate ship is probably more
Or-
like 40 feet from you.
Okay.
But center
Clear
deck,
on the other side.
center deck is going to be 60 feet, and the other side of its deck, like the furthest from you, is going to be closer to 80 or 90 feet.
Okay. I'm trying to theater of the mind it. Then I'm gonna move my full 30 feet back towards like where that ship meets. Yeah.
Okay, so you're putting yourself against the rails further from the Silver Spree.
Yeah.
Okay. And just
Okay.
for your
Yes.
own ability to help determine ships, the Tundra Hawk is the other boat ship.
Tundra Hawk. Okay. Okay, and then that's all I can
4
do.
ships we got to keep track of now.
Yeah, but only 2 right
Hopefully, we
now.
don't have to keep track of these two for too much longer.
Okay. It is now another pirate's turn. He's gonna take a swing at Roosevelt. 18.
Hits.
Alright. He's going to attack you with his black ice rapier. That is 4 damage.
Okay.
Portos. Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah. I got the chocolate chip cookies.
Nice.
The speaker is next. He is going to try that Ray of Frost again. And he's going to
Please
take
don't.
aim at the captain. And see if he can get a spell off here.
Please don't hit me!
It doesn't fucking hit anyone.
Oh.
Speaker's continuing to be useless.
Yeah. Yep,
Okay.
Venant, it's now your turn.
Can I be a little creative? But I don't have this on my character sheet. But I have like what, 4 dudes around me right now.
Yeah.
I would like to throw my Moonblade in my left hand and pull out my Morning Star.
Okay.
And basically swing it up to get momentum and then bring it to everyone's feet and knock them all down, because I have everyone basically around me right now, and try and knock as many of these fuckers down as I can before bringing it down onto one of them.
Okay, go ahead and with advantage roll acrobatics for me. This is a particularly challenging move you're trying to pull off.
I mean, it's fair. I'm surprised you're letting me do advantage, not disadvantage. Because, again, challenging move.
You're trained with it.
Well, I'm glad you said advantage,
God
because
fucking damn
that's a
it.
nat 20 and a nat 1.
Take it back. I take it back.
I got a nat 20 and a nat 1. The die has been cast. I gave you an opportunity.
Dex checks all around. Clears it. Clears it. On the floor. On the floor. You've knocked 2 of them prone and 2 of them are on their feet. And you want to do damage to whoever was the last one, so that one is knocked prone. Or are you bringing it back around to the first one because he's still standing?
Bring it around to the first one because he's still standing.
Okay, go ahead and roll to connect.
An attack.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that 100% hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Oh, no, there's D6s. I need D8s. That's D12. Come on, where are the 8s when I need them? Nope, we'll just use 1. Button. 23 damage.
Dead.
Caves that guy's chest in, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's, he doesn't have one anymore. It's been removed.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do with your turn? Anything else you can do with your turn?
I would say that uses my turn.
Okay. Two Bear.
I would say it's fair to, like, that uses it.
I turn to the captain, and I look like I'm going up for like a strike, but my fist reaches out to him and grips his shoulder. And I'm going to inflict wounds.
Yeah, roll for damage.
Be a 19 to hit.
You don't need to hit. You have your hand on him.
Oh, I thought I still have to do it since it's a touch-based attack.
You're touching him.
Yeah, it
Oh, okay. Well then.
usually yes, but usually you would still need to roll an attack for a touch attack. So they can't, like, juke and jive if you try.
But because you two have been, like, locked in and he is currently not intimidated by you, I'm going to say you just grab him.
Okay.
Locked in, but at what cost?
Everything. 18, 20, 28. 36 points of damage, of necrotic damage.
Well, the captain's dead. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
You just put a line through that dude's name.
Yeah. So you just see the captain, just his life essence just like get sucked out of him.
Just
His like eyeballs sink in, and he just turns like this pale gray and
No,
withered.
Either the end of Indy 1 or Indy 3.
Indy 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rapid aging.
Yeah.
Rapid, just
Too
like.
used to my beans. This is a terrible place for you, honey. Yeah. Are you stream cat? Joe, come here. Come on.
And I just let go and just let the body drop.
Jesus Christ.
Would you say
And
that you let the body hit the floor?
I let the body hit the floor. Wah!
You baby.
And I turn around to the two other pirates that are in combat with me. I'm like, are you sure you want to continue this? I put a hole through one of yous, and I just drained the life out of the other.
Just slurped the guy.
Oh. Hang on, I have a baby.
Oh, it's a cute little baby.
This is a cute little baby. He needs the bounces. Why? I have no idea. She's just like this. So as these other guys watch this horrifying display. Okay, you done? Okay, go ahead. Careful.
I mean, they did just watch a man get slurped.
They did just watch a man get slurped. As they see this horrifying display of power, one of them throws up. The other screams, but does not throw up.
I just cleaned this.
And the rest of the ship swivels around to see what just happened. Oh god, my mouse is going. Why am I getting beach hazard alerts? Hang on.
Because there's hazardous beaches about.
You're a hazardous
And-
beach.
The beach wants to
I
get
think you're a little
you.
inland for a beach hazard.
What'd you call me?
You're a hazardous beach.
Freeze, mother beachies!
The rest of the crew drops their weapons entirely. And is standing waiting on your command.
I pull out my gun, my other gun, and all right, all of you over here, get all next to each other, stand right over here.
One of them from the ship behind you just goes, all due respect, Captain, I think we're gonna stay over here. Some of the men are, well, they're dead in the water, sir. We're not the most nimble bunch.
I was like, what are you waving around?
Oh, it's
like a
a
remote.
it's a little handheld battery charger for my phone. it just happens to
Not
be.
even a mouse.
That
For the
looked like
purpose of
something I'm not
TOS,
even gonna.
That is
It's
not
like
a
me
weapon.
holding my babe.
For the purposes of TOS, it is not a weapon. Unless you throw it really fucking hard.
I'm look, we're playing theater of the mind here, and my mind is very theaterish. Pew, 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 pew. Look, I don't have an actual wheel lock, and my other ones I don't want to use. So look.
Yeah, please not on camera.
Do
Yes,
not do that on stream.
yes.
Do not
I
do
know.
that
I'm
on
not.
stream.
You will actually get us banned for that.
Yes, but yeah. So I look over the banister and notice the bobbing icicles of pirates in the water.
I just picture them like Han Solo and Carbonite, just like,
Like just bobbing,
but also
floating
still
around.
like bobbing up and down in the water like a buoy.
We got pirate sickles, Pirates on Ice, the musical.
Pirate pops.
Oh my god.
I look at the other ship. I switch hands. Use over there on the other ship.
And on ship one, they're like, I,
keep
I,
saying
I
use.
Captain.
What? Do they think I'm the captain?
Well, you just killed their captain, so by pirates' code, yes, you are in fact the captain.
You
I
are the
am the
captain now.
Look at me.
You keep what you kill.
Come on over this way then.
And they all very carefully traverse the two interlocked bows and come over to this ship, and they just kind of, out of habit, like, line up politely.
All right. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Like, on the deck or on the stairs or...
On the deck. Keep your
Okay.
hands where we can see them. And yes, if you have any weapons still on you, please disrobe them.
And they all start going, ah.
Also, if you have any black ice trinkets, please throw them overboard.
Ah.
Not overboard.
Never mind, not overboard. Put them with the weapons.
Ah.
Wait it out, touch each other.
And, yeah, after a solid 7 or 8 minutes of this shit, they finally seem to have all of their weapons out of their boots and their shirts and their vests and everywhere else. And except for the one guy that
Anywhere
threw
else
his
you could
black
possibly
ice
fit a gun.
necklace overboard, the other ones have put theirs out in front of them.
Or the ones that happen to be on dudes that are now piratesicles.
They're going to be one giant pirate glacier.
Let that be a
This is
warning.
giant. Drews, you want to come over here, buddy?
Yeah,
What about the
I
pirate
see
that
how
has
it is.
sword
I
for a
do a
peg
super
leg?
cool thing.
He had to take off the whole leg. Dice-eating frog.
There-
The whole leg had to be removed.
I see how it is. I knock over 5 dudes with a fucking flail. Super cool. Cave one's chest in. You schlorp a guy, and now you're in charge? Okay, cool. Whatever. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. I'm not mad about it.
He says, behind the helm of the Silver Spree.
I head over to Doc. Well, let's grab the speaker and start getting everyone off the ship.
I pull him aside. Did they say that correctly? That I'm a captain now?
Yes, I believe so.
You are.
Did kill their captain, and therefore, by Pirates' Code, I believe that now makes you captain. So, congratulations, Pirates of the Keep. You now have 2 ships in your possession that, I'm more than happy to let you keep if it means that you'll keep protecting these waters. No.
I'd rather give them back to whoever townspeople they took them from, but that's
And
just me.
he just looks at you and goes, Captains. So says I. And I am the one who decides that.
Well, what do you want to do with these prisoners here?
Well, do you know how to run a pirate ship? No.
I
I don't.
could be
I'm sure these
persuaded to commute their sentence to, say, hard labor aboard the ships of the Honorable Order of the Keep.
don't sound too bad.
Hello. Otherwise, I'd be happy to provide you with a crew. You're starting to build a small fleet of your own. Hello. Please stop trying
What
to
are
talk
what
so.
what are the ships' names that we now own?
The Tundra Hawk and the Silver
Well,
Spree.
so
It could lead us to this pirate cove
we are gonna
that
need
maybe
one of them.
Yes.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
I
Which
Um,
of the two ships? Hang on, Nana is having to.
Yeah.
Our DM is having to scold a child, a furry, four-legged, 15-pound sack of assholes child.
it's
Do I look pretty now? You done? No?
Aw.
Okay.
mine's just my 84-pound pup is just laying right next to me.
loaf. 84-pound loaf.
Aw.
Yo, booby.
I have cat
Um,
hair.
which of the two ships look most seaworthy and less damaged than the other?
Both of them are actually in great shape. You didn't really
And which of them is
damage the
smaller
ships.
and needs a smaller crew?
The Silver Spree is
Well,
the
I'm glad
smaller.
I didn't do it. Glad I didn't do what I was gonna do, because that would have damaged the ship real bad.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, I say we take the Silver Spree, and we
I'd say
give the boat to the town to use for their fleet defense. Of
I mean
their
the
city.
Tundra Hawk?
The Tundra Hawk, yes.
And then I assume we
Well-
can probably give this boat back to whoever we commandeered it from.
Yes.
as far as the Silver Spray, we will be needing it to get to try to track down Shipwreck Nor and the Howling one.
Howling Fiend.
Howling Fiend, thank you. I could not remember the other half of that. It was Howling something.
Air Force One, Howling One.
How many?
Yeah, how many
in
pirate-
and
how many
out of
pi-
character? I have
yeah.
no idea how many people we need to crew this ship.
Yeah, how many pirates were there
So
left
we do
over
need-
from our?
There were 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pirates that were not either killed or dropped themselves in the water. You only need about 4 people to crew this vessel if everyone knows what they're doing.
Okay,
4
we'll
total
need-
people or 4 additional people?
So
in
we
our
would
party?
need. Yeah.
You would need 4 people that know what they're doing. So unless any of you know how
Got
to
it,
work
okay.
the ship,
Yep.
you will need 4 people in addition to
So
your
we'll
party.
need-
Okay.
Yeah,
We don't
I
know
look,
how to work a ship.
I look over to the captive pirates. Who's the best of y'all, right? At navigation.
And just general shipping,
and
managing a ship, doing the ship thing.
a guy pops up out of the hold of the Tundra Hawk. He's just like, I, Captain, that would be. And he's holding up a sextant and a compass, and he's like, that would be me. I'm not a fighter. I'm so sorry.
That make your way over here.
Did somebody, scoot a board across, maybe?
Yes, please, for God's sake, do not fall in the drink.
And we'll say that they find a board so that he can come across, and he makes it over to the center ship. I'm so sorry. My God. He makes it over the center ship just fine.
Oh, what's your
looking
name?
at the rest of the crew.
Trevor.
Trevor the navigator.
Aye, sir.
Excellent.
And looking at the rest of the crew. We're going to need 3 more of you.
Importantly,
Who's the best at crewing and manning a ship?
yes, who knows how to steer the boat the best out of y'all?
We're such a gaggle of fucking idiots right now.
They all kind of look at each other. They're like, if it were being honest, you killed our captain. Pirating wasn't going so great for us anyway.
But none of you had any wheel time.
Most of us do, actually, Captain. We've all mostly been trained to help steal ships and build a fleet, but fleet is nothing without its captain, and, well, you're the captain now. Would you say be willing to let us all help you if, and this would be up to the speaker, we rolled on our dead captain, showed you where we keep the ship, and you hire us as merchant marines? Most of us are just in this for money. Icewind Dale is shit for pay.
Yeah, why not?
That sounds good, yeah?
I think that sounds perfectly reasonable, yes. And one of them's like, absolutely not! I'm not rolling on my captain! And one of the other guys just gets up and picks up the dwarf and yeets him. And just goes, don't pay attention to him.
Well, he's dead?
10 of them left.
So we've got 10
You just
guys
hear a
now.
splash. Yeah, you're 10 guys now. 10.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
So
dirtiest pirate shit I've ever pirated.
there's a
Follow
dwarf
crew.
buoy.
Gotta keep an eye on them. Their loyalties are, let's say, wavering.
All right. Well, then I guess we're off to go find, what was that boat's name? The
Howling
Fiend
Fiend.
in the pirate.
But
Howling Fiend.
have we determined how well stocked this ship is? Should we not? How far off are we from port?
You have not.
Should
Also,
we at
you
least
should
inspect this?
probably help them get the other 2 ships back to the port and make sure, like, maybe nothing's on fire, people are okay. Like, at least drop the speaker off back.
Yes,
That was going to be what I was going to suggest next was let's help them kind of right things and get the ship we commandeered with the speaker back.
commandeered.
No,
I hope our elk
didn't
are okay.
commandeer. You straight up commandeered.
We pirated the
The
pirates.
speaker commandeered, and we just kind of
Blindly followed.
All right, well let's head on back
Blindly,
to port
just-
then.
enthusiastically.
Okay.
Crew, man your stations. I guess they're waiting for orders from me. Man your stations.
On which ship, sir?
We need to get all 3 of these ships back to port. So divide yourselves as we need to.
Well-
And I'm gonna head to one of the other ship.
Trevor's like, I could help the speaker get this one back. This is a small vessel and should only need the 2 of us. Which would be leaving the rest of you to man the other 2 ships and learn from the rest of the crew. I can lead navigate us. You can follow us, and they're all very adept, I promise.
That sounds good. Doc is still trying to struggle and come to grips with him being some sort of captain.
Captain
Some sort of.
Citron.
Well, Pops, I've become a captain of my own pirate. Well.
Oh, yeah, I see how it is. He just slurps a guy. He's captain now.
You're technically all captains now. The speaker did deem you all.
No, I'm being a dickhead just for shits.
But we're not that far from shore. I feel like we basically got attacked right from the get-go, so it shouldn't take that long, right?
Yeah, you guys basically just have to untangle the clusterfuck that is this grouping of ships and the other ships that have gotten caught up in all of this crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're probably 5 minutes out of port.
Yeah. Though it does take you the better part of an hour to get this shit untangled, straightened out, and parked, basically.
Parallel parking pirate ships.
Parking a
Actually, what you do is you need to make sure that your sail. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, that's right. You actually boated.
Unsolicited advice from the person who actually used to sail as a child.
No backseat boating.
No backseat boating.
No backseat boating.
Fun story about me. I taught my uncle how to sail a sabot by jumping out of it and saying, "Good luck." And I just left him. I swam to shore.
Spell sabot for me.
S-A-B-O-T.
Sabo.
I
Sabot.
think it's pronounced differently because I think there's
really?
a homonym.
No, it's a sabot.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's sabot.
So
also, I
with
banished 4-9
firearms,
It's a gimme.
cannons, things like that. With cannons, firearms, things like that, there's what's called a sabo, and it will fill the rest of the barrel for something like for buckshot, for instance. You have a sabo that fills it so that way the gases don't escape around the thing, and it can propel the whole thing out.
And it was always
And then,
explained
spelled
to
the
me
exact
that it's
same way.
named after that type of marine vessel because it is a vessel to help more smoothly launch ammunition. That is, I hate that
'cause
that is spelled the same, pronounced different. That hurts me.
Yeah, it's mostly kind of think of it like a dinghy. It's not super big, and it's used mostly for sail. It's like a lot of little kids. That's how I learned to sail before I moved on to a bigger boat. So it's mostly people call it a dinghy. Look it up. They're cute.
Like the boat and Tommy
But they're
Boy.
for racing. Kind of. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but yeah, I used to race
Yeah, it's been
sabots.
forever.
Leeway.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Shout out to Leeway and Lonnie. Yeah, it was so fun. I did it from when I was 8 till when I was 17. It's almost 10 years.
Dang.
Anyway.
I want to go on a boat.
It's super fun.
But yeah, it takes you guys the better part of an hour to get this shit straightened out. And when you do, and you get all of the boats docked and moored finally, and you get a gangway back for the one that plunged into the drink, as it were. There's no getting that back. Not in these icy waters.
No, it's gone.
The speaker rushes off to start assessing the damage and just goes, I trust you. Don't let me down. Buildings fire. And he's rushing around all of the harbor area, just generally helping people and getting things straightened out and making sure everyone's okay. Imre, in your mind, you kind of just know where to go looking for the elks.
Mhm.
And when you find them, they have all tucked themselves up between a couple of buildings. And they are just curled up like little loaves on top of their peats.
Poor babies.
You come around the corner and
I'm-
one gives you a.
Oh no! I'm gonna make sure that they're okay. I'm gonna give them all the love and reassuring pets. Oh, poor babies, and I'm gonna make sure that they get led to somewhere safe, like maybe like a stable that's not on fire or something. Babies.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to find that there are stables kind of by the harbor side entrance to the town where you guys came in, which is at the very front of the
Okay.
town of Easthaven. And they're just like, yeah, you guys saved us? You guys helped? Don't worry about paying me. I'll look after the elks. Don't worry about paying me.
Thank you, my babies. All animals are her babies.
Mhm.
The babies.
All right. What would you like to do?
Do we have enough supplies to go? I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna probably be on the water for at least a few days. What kind of supplies are we looking at on the ship?
You do an inventory of the ship and you see that they are well stocked. There's not as much food and supply on there as you'd expect. However, if it was enough for them to get to you, and with the intent of being able to pillage and plunder and make their way back, you have to assume it's
Rival in
likely
loot.
enough for the journey that you were about to embark on.
Awesome.
But they could have relied on the pillaging and the plundering to restock before heading back.
Thunder and rain.
You could ask them.
Are you saying that's not the case? Sure. Guess that's
I
the
guess-
way to do it.
I guess
Talk to them.
have a crew
Communicate.
meeting before we take off.
In this crew meeting, they're like, oh, yeah, basically the long story short is that we got enough supplies for everyone, regardless of what we were able to get or not get, because there have been times that we have gone out on an endeavor and it has not worked in our favor. Basically, you have everything you need, but if there's anything you prefer to have, better get it now.
Okay.
Got oranges?
Trevor's like, of course we have
It's-
oranges.
It's winter time.
Scurvy,
What do
you
you think? I
scurvy
don't want?
dogs.
You think I don't take care of my teeth?
Arr.
Squeeze the pig. Squeeze the pig.
I was just trying really hard not to squeeze. It was just a fidget toy at this point.
Well, I
It
imagine
does
we
not
have.
make the worst sound, so
I imagine we all have our supplies that we need to. We're all armed up. We have all of our, ammunition, arrows, and everything that we need to go.
Oh yes, and Tristan Aurora loaded up your saddlebags with plenty of extra pre-prepared rations for you to pop over a campfire. They've even sent a tent, well, the tent, on the back of one of your elk, just in case. You guys are well equipped because if there is one thing that Aurora is, it is over-prepared. Bit of a mother, that one.
All right. Well, I guess we should get on our way then and find these other pirates.
All right. Well, I will say as you guys board your ship and you get everything in order, the Silver Spree is looking magnificent. And, you're a little proud. So, you might want to lower the pirate flag, someone mentions.
Probably a good idea.
Actually, if we're trying to infiltrate the pirates' area, shall we not keep it up?
I think
can
we
run it
should
up
take it
when we
down
get there.
now. And yeah,
Okay.
because we might get waylaid or something.
Attacked.
There.
Got it.
As the gangway makes its way back onto the ship and the rails are closed, the moorings are loosed, you are ready to set sail on your next adventure towards the pirate den of the Howling Fiend. But that is where we'll call it a night.
Aw,
Well, it is 11.
that's true.
Stu works tomorrow.
We did it. We did an awful lot this evening.
We did.
We
moved
pirated
at
the pirates.
impressive-
You pirated the pirates. You guys have your own ship now. That's wild. I wasn't expecting you guys to do that.
There was some slorping,
There was some slurping. Oof.
some
What's the
pirate,
guy?
some pirate pops.
And hey,
I'm like,
one of
hey,
your
I wanna
guns
do this
worked,
cool thing.
and
I
you
wanna
know,
knock-
you now have a new existential dread about your father. So
I did a
I'll
super
say
cool
it.
thing where I knocked over 4 dudes and then killed a guy, but you
That
know,
was
Yeah, that's a
cool.
pretty
Stu
boss
slurps
move.
a guy. Stu slurps a guy and he's the captain. So
listen,
Fuck
Stu
me, I
brought
guess.
guns to the Forgotten Realms.
Holding a grudge at all.
Yeah,
Brought
Sorry,
guns.
what was that,
midnight.
Kelly?
I brought guns to a knife fight.
You're not holding a grudge at all.
No, certainly
I'm just fucking
not.
around.
So I started blasting.
Yeah, Stu
you
just walked
did
on
start
deck and went, so
blasting.
anyway, I started blasting.
I
The
blasted a bowling ball
ramifications
size
of
hole.
this. The ramifications of this. Percival DeRollo is like somewhere off in another universe, just like felt a disturbance in the force.
Well, okay, and Stu, so keep in mind too when it
Wakes
comes
up
to
in a
guns
cold
in
sweat.
Faerun. So we're in
What
the
the fuck?
1480s.
Yeah,
Now the years correlate to our years.
yeah.
Now it's a whole different world, but the years are there as a like kind of
Guideline.
gauge for technological movements.
Yeah.
You have guns in the 1480s, my guy.
I mean, there were wheel locks in like the 16th and 15th century. Very primitive.
Oh yeah, you were. It's not like you're showing up to fucking, you know, feudal England with a cell
With a
phone,
Glock.
but like you are a
Oh my
with a Clock.
But the
you
people of
are
Icewind Dale are
ahead.
like, what the fuck is that thing? That is the devil's instrument. Like, what layer
but
of the
like-
hells did you get that from?
Well, funny you should ask.
But aren't they familiar with magic? So why are they so, I guess, enamored by this technology when magical things that are far more powerful than these pistols exist?
Because most magic is not quite as powerful as this pistol. It's also a
All magic
delivery
com-
method that does not require verbal or somatic components to cast.
Or
This
material
man
components,
Pulled
or a
out
focus.
a hunk of metal and sent some unknown something that went so fast that nobody could see it. He did
Yeah.
not cast anything, and suddenly there was a hole in a guy, and he was dropped dead on the deck.
Yeah,
And
And
while there
while-
may be
Okay.
It's
cannons,
conceptually
you know,
horrifying.
yeah, I mean
Mhm.
cannons are a thing, but you know, cannons are big and cumbersome and large objects. And in essence, it's been shrunken down to people size. And
like it's really, especially too, like on the magic note too. Like there's no pretty lights, there's no sounds, like other than a bang, and then now this dude immediately drops.
yeah, it's when you think about the series of events, like whether it's a spell, like using a somatic component, or you know, other like you drawing like a symbol and making a whole ritual
Or
around it.
having to
You know,
chant, or even any visual indicator of
this is
some damage that is
Yeah.
about to be dealt.
this is just a very violent series of actions where it's just bang, a poof of smoke and flame coming out of a barrel, and
The
then instantly
consequences of your
dropping.
lever actions.
Nice.
Rootin' tootin'.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, we're doing it. We're bringing peace.
Are we? Hmm.
We're gonna peace through violence.
That's right.
peace through violent means.
Strength through superior firepower.
Oh boy.
Yeehaw.
You know, if we had a cleric in our group or a paladin in our group, they probably would have broken their oath by now.
Well,
All the
Unless it's
shit
like
that
Oath of
we've done.
Vengeance.
we'll have to see
Oath
what
of
Tyr's
Vengeance.
doing.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for the day we run into Tira in the keep. That is going to be great. I'm very, very
Oh.
excited for that.
We'll know he's been corrupted because he'll be eating pork and drinking.
I have plans.
Oh, I know. Otherwise, we would have seen him.
Oh yeah.
I know there's gonna be a moment.
Well, all right, guys. I had a great time.
right.
God, you guys have a pirate ship now.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. You have a crew.
Yeah, our
Can't wait to
side
see
quest
what you do
and
next. Well, does everybody want to say good night? And we will see you next week for more history in the Forgotten Realms.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
See you
night.
next week.
Hello, adventurers.
hello, adventurers.
Hang on.
Wait, good night, adventurers.
I said really confuse him.
Ay, ay, ay. You lost your privileges. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight and for spending time with us as always. We are so thankful that you guys allow us to do this every single week. This is a dream come true and it's totally wild. And I absolutely trust you guys to blow this the fuck up and make it the craziest thing that we could never possibly dream of, because it would be awesome to be able to do bigger and better things all the time for you guys and with your support. Yeah. They can't hear you, just so you know. I already muted you. But if it's whether it's your first time, your fifth time, or well, it's not the 50th time yet. We're getting there. We're at like 40 videos, I think, between libraries and this, so that's pretty cool. But whether it's your first time or you're returning, we're super happy you're here. You can find us anywhere that podcasts can be found and anywhere that streams can be streamed. It's all under Attack of Opportunity, ATK of Opportunity. And yeah, if you want little extras or anything like that, we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/ATK of Opportunity. There you can get behind the scenes videos, cast extras, character sheets, and all kinds of other cool stuff that we're updating all the time. Including July's Portraits of the Realms series debut, wherein I'll be bringing you snapshots from the lives of our characters and little action moments. And yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this, and you know, I'm excited. But until next time, we'll see you in the realms. Have a good night, everyone.